talk then. Someone should talk. It's obviously already a shambles. Can you believe that? I'm amazed that we're back on the air and it's already a shambles.
What are you doing?
What?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking. No one was speaking. The record was ending. No one was speaking. It was just. Well, I might shut off. Already, I might shut off. It's like nothing's changed.
Boys are back in town on XFM 104.9. We're back then, aren't we, Karl? I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington. I'm not coming back, I'm definitely not coming back. Oh, care someone, care that I'm not coming back.
Rick, I seem to remember at the end of the last time we were on, what was that, 3 months ago?
Yeah, 3 months ago.
Karl said he's never gonna do the show again. There was nothing that was gonna bring him back.
Yeah.
He didn't enjoy it, wasn't gonna do it.
All a ruse, right?
Really?
Yes, I've known him coming back for about 2 months, you know, because he's got our agent now, representing him.
I thought he was a fool,
really.
Why?
Well, what's he done for me?
What's he done for us?
No, I know, but I mean, he's your agent, so, and he's sort of calling Graham. And it was all a con, so Karl could get Mondays off. Poor Graham, the station's struggling enough as it is.
Yeah.
It's like running around like a headless chicken.
Yeah.
No one's listening, That's why I don't bother talking on a record then, because there's no loss
Sure.
to London.
Sure.
Right? It's pointless, this show. We don't do it for the money, we don't do it for the kudos. I don't know why we do it.
No.
There's anything on telly at this time, I'm gonna have to lie in.
I know.
But, it's all a ruse to get Mondays off. He's got Mondays off now, because he has to do the show, 2 hours, right? And he's still getting paid. And it's all a con, because he knows that he's holding him over a barrel, and it's like, oh, we've got to keep Karl happy. Right?
I had Mondays and Tuesdays off before Duncan got involved.
No, but you know what I mean, though? And it's like, poor Graham, who's the MD, in charge of the thing, probably pulling his hair out, worrying about the station, right? You know, it's a sinking ship. And then Karl comes along, well, I'll do it, but I want Mondays off. And he's probably sitting at home now, his family, he's probably ridiculed by his wife.
His kids almost certainly would have lost all respect for him, that he's been fooled by Karl Pilkington.
He calls his mates and goes, oh, I'm busy, Graham, I don't, I can't think. It's just...
It's embarrassing.
But do you know what I mean? And you think it's funny, and you think you've got one over him, he's going, Monday's off for 2 hours. Yeah, you do, you think it was, and now you're embarrassed, we've said it on air. But you're only conning yourself in the long run, because... Do you know what I mean? I hate that sort of, the world owes me a living, what can I get out of the world? What are you gonna give back to the world, Karl? What are you doing now then? Are you gonna prepare Mondays?
What
have you prepared for this show now? You've had 3 months to prepare.
Yeah.
What have you got? What have you got for us? Okay, what's happened in the last 3 months?
What? In this place or just my life?
Well, what have you got for us? 3 months, we're turning about, you get Mondays off, you're getting paid for it, you've got a cushy deal, you're having a laugh, you're taking the piss out of the management, right? So, what have you got for us?
Give it to us.
I've kind of, updated Rockbusters a bit.
Right, brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, so, and you said don't mess with it, if something's good, don't mess with it.
What do you mean it wasn't good?
It was never good!
It was never good,
No,
of course we had
good.
to fix it.
It was fun to do, it was a laugh. I mean, I imagine it was much more fun for me than the 450 listeners. You know what I mean? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed squeezing your head and dressing you up.
No, but that's just it. When I had a meeting with Graham, right, I said, look, I'm not being funny. I don't want to do it anymore. I've had enough of it.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, what's up with you? You sounds like you have a right good laugh. I said, yeah, but that's all good acting and stuff. I said, it's hell in there. I said,
like he's talking about Vietnam.
Yeah.
I said, having my head squoze, right?
What? Squoze is still not a word. We've been away 3 months, it's still not a word.
Right?
Yeah.
I said, he's putting a dustbin lid on my head.
Yeah.
You told this to the MD!
He's hitting me with a tray.
Yeah.
He's chucking toilet paper at me.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, but that's all over 2 years. I said, no, that was the same day. So,
okay then, what has changed in 3 months? They're listening, they've been listening for 6 minutes now, come on, give us something.
Bit of Nickelback.
What's happened in 3
play
days?
a record
What,
and let him
3
think.
months?
What, in my life or in here? Nothing's happened here, nothing's changed here.
Right.
But, I don't know, do you know last time we were on?
Yeah.
Right? And, I was telling you about the woman over the road, where I live.
The one that walked around naked?
There's a woman who walks about the flat naked,
this
right?
is when, Karl was watching a woman naked, then she looked at, saw him looking, so what he did, this is the genius he did to get out of this, he pulled his pants down, so he was naked too. His girlfriend comes in and goes, Karl, what are you doing? He went, I can't tell you now, but don't look out of the window. Yeah, go on, sorry.
That woman, she's bought some blinds.
Nickelback Someday on XFM 104.9.
How old's the bloke from Nickelback? He looks about 40.
It reminds me of, you know when a kid's made up a fate to look like a lion?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like the Wizard of Oz lion.
Yeah.
But, you know, good tune. I'll be controversial. I think rock rules the world again, Steve.
Well, I'd hope so, mate. I'd hope so.
Do you know what I mean?
Are we going to hear some rock later in the show?
We're going to hear lots of rock. Excellent. In fact, I might even play a little bit of Rainbow.
Blimey.
Just to, you know, we've got the darkness, but
Sure.
I want to remind them where it all came from.
Yeah.
You've heard the Liz.
Yeah, yeah.
You're going to hear the Bow.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for that. No, just high five.
Yeah. So, Karl.
Yeah, keep it real.
Here we are then.
Oh, incidentally, before we carry
on.
on, I just thought, it's weird, I was reading some of the fan emails and stuff we got, and one of the things a lot of people like, it divides the listeners, is your laugh. It's interesting. Some people love it, they find it infectious, they find it adorable.
I mean, close up in a small space, like a kitchen or something, it's annoying. Like, Karl was annoyed, because I squeaked in his ear earlier, didn't I?
Sure.
Why did I laugh?
You on the toilet?
I think I squeezed his head again, didn't I? And he said, no, it's not 1 o'clock
He doesn't
yet.
like the squozing.
The squozing head.
But
it's the squozing one.
The funny thing is, right, we were out a few weeks ago with a mate of mine, right, and he went to squeeze me head, right, give it a squoze.
Sure.
And I was like, don't do that, you know I don't like it, right? And Ricky said to me, mate, yeah, he doesn't like having his head squoze. As if it's like Marmite. As if some people love it,
Yeah, yeah.
and some people hate it.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Well, anyway, there was a little taster of the laugh. That was more the kind of deep, throaty laugh, the belly laugh, but there's that kind of high-pitched squeak that you do.
When I've got to get air out quickly, because
Exactly.
I'm going to burst. Sometimes I laugh so much that my liver and all, they try and get out to it, so I have to get it out really fast, like a siren.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Is that how you explain the fact that you're quite fat?
Yeah,
That's just laughter waiting to come out.
Yeah,
Every time you laugh, you become a svelte young thing, like Brett Anderson.
Oh dear.
Well, anyway, it reminded me of the game that you and I used to play in our very early days of XFM, when it was literally
Make Ricky Gervais laugh.
Make Ricky Gervais laugh, which was a great game, I think.
I remember the first one. It was that fella drinking a pint of beer.
Yeah.
I remember the very first time.
It never. I tell you what, it's not
what,
great.
though? Ant and Dec do it now. They actually. It's very similar to Make Ricky Laugh. It's called Make Ant Laugh.
Interesting.
So
many of our great ideas have been stolen.
Yeah.
Or stoled.
Stoled, yeah.
And anyway, I was looking through the paper in the week, and there was a picture which which I think might be a Ricky Gervais, Make Ricky Gervais laugh. I don't know. Again, obviously it doesn't really work for the listeners at home, but I'll try and do my best to describe it.
Can we stop saying my name, because it's like a Dave Gorman project? Can we just stop? It's getting, let's say a word often enough, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Let's stop saying Ricky Gervais.
Well, what we're going to refer to you as. Alright, well, Make Patty Laugh is a new game. I'm trying to get one of those squeaks of a laugh. I'm concerned, because I know...
I'm not a monkey. I'm not
Sure, you're not a performing monkey.
No, okay.
I know that.
Right.
But anyway, let me just briefly summarise the story for those at home.
Okay.
The headline was Mum 48, a mother of 48, seduced boy of 14.
Well, that's not funny.
Not her own boy, obviously, but a neighbourhood child.
I don't think it's a funny story so far.
He said Grand Lana Allen, 48, led him upstairs and undressed to her waist, then took his trousers off. Okay, bear that in mind. This is a quote from him, right? Bear in mind, he's a 14-year-old boy, he's quite excited about this. He says, then we had sex, it was every boy's fantasy. Alright?
You're gonna show me the picture of her now, aren't you?
So it's a picture of her.
Oh, this is not...
Bear in mind...
This is... Okay.
In his own words, Rick.
Right.
In his own words, this was every boy's fantasy.
Okay.
Here's the picture. It's a silent laugh. He's collapsed on the floor.
I wasn't expecting that! I was thinking it looked like a fat man! I was not expecting that! Oh my god! Oh god! She looks like the drummer of Iron Maiden!
She looks a bit like Lemmy. But I tell you, she looks like reminds me of most. Did you see those?
They've got one with a fag on as well.
No, I know.
It's just that's it with them out of makeup though.
Carl, have you seen Every Boy's Fantasy?
You should see. Oh god! Oh.
Have a look, Carl.
Oh god.
How old is she?
48.
Oh god. Oh, 48. That's lovely. Nothing wrong with that.
I'd say if you don't know if you didn't see, you weren't lucky enough to see the picture, she looks just like the oldest man in the world. His photos on in newspapers and on the web for a while. He was about 135 or something.
Carl. Look, it's, you know, Carl's got a theory that Chinese people don't age well. This man was a Chinaman, right? And he was 120 or something.
Yeah. Did you see a picture of him?
Yeah,
he's still alive.
No, he's not.
No,
he's
he's not.
No, he died at 120. So
he said 120 or something, but makes you wonder.
What makes you wonder?
Well, because they don't age well. I think he's using that.
What?
He's probably about 37.
Oh God! Honestly, we walk down the street, right, and we see an elderly Chinese person, right, and kind of go, oh, I'm just thinking he is, like it's not.
I don't understand this notion that Chinese people don't age well. I don't know where this has come about.
No, I mean, I'm not having a go. No, right? I never want anyone to think I'm like having a go at them. But they are really good looking and they're healthy and that. Till they're about. I've never seen one, right? Can you tell me if you've seen a Chinese person who's about 30? It's either 20 or 50. There's no middle ground.
This is what I came back for. This is 2 hours of absolute drivel from the brain of Karl Pilkington.
Let me just check something. So the Chinese gentleman who died recently was 130. Your theory is your theory is that he's maybe in his late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
This is an elaborate conspiracy on his part, because obviously whenever they talk about the oldest people in the world, it is always a Chinese person. Yeah. Invariably.
They do, yeah.
I mean, they seem to win that every year.
Go on.
So your theory is that in those small backwater villages in China...
Ross McWhirter comes to a little village.
They go, the Guinness guy's on the way.
He goes, well, until recently, the oldest person in the world, how old are you? And they're so embarrassed, because they think they look about 120, they go, 120, they go, really? Yeah, can I have his birth certificate? No. In fact, I think this Chinese bloke didn't, it wasn't verified with the conspiracy because he didn't have his papers.
Didn't have his papers, no.
So... Is this the same one or a different fella?
I think it might be the same guy, I'm not sure. Trying it on. So there's a huge conspiracy amongst these Chinese villages that every time...
When you get to about 50, say you're 70. Because no one will believe us.
Well, if you can confirm or deny that, then please email in ricky.gervais@xfm.u.
This is the Racist Show on XFM 104.9. Call in if you're anything less than a little mank. Outcast, Hey Ya, on XFM 104.9, with me, Ricky Gervais, you, Stephen Merchant, GQ Presenters of the Year.
Radio Personalities of the Year.
It's official.
We're the best radio personalities of the year.
We got that award sent to us, didn't we? We did a little thing. But it was only our two names on it.
It has your name, Rick, definitely. I remember that. It had my name.
And your name.
Didn't see Karl Pilkington's name anyway.
No. And yet he's the one with the day off and the money and the conning the MD and making him cry at home.
Let me just remind, can I just check that again? So he's made a fool out of the MD.
He's made a fool
and
out
all
of
the major, basically all the capital shareholders.
About, I'm not sure if I'm coming back or not. I want a day off then, which is the same day off as his girlfriend gets off. So he's just like walking round, I don't know, Hyde Park, just feeding ducks, when he should be working out what he can do instead of Rockbusters, which is basically Blockbusters with a word changed. Christ's sake. Right,
if that's annoyed you, I'll tell you what has really wound me up.
Go on.
The last week or so, this postal strike. I tell you, Rick, I have got no sympathy for him. I'd be a scab. I'd be walking through there, and I'd be giving him the finger. I go, you can intimidate my family. I don't care. I don't care because the post has got to get through. Because I tell you what. It's not the fact that the unions, they could organise a strike. I'm behind that. It's fair enough. But not when it's these wildcats. They're just out there, they're just taking days off, willy-nilly, they're sealing out the post boxes, it's going crazy.
Maybe Karl could deliver a few records Monday.
Well, I know Karl must be livid, because his copies of The New Scientist and the Literary Review haven't turned up, so he's in a terrible way. And, I got important documents that are supposed to be coming to me, there's nothing, there's hiding a hair of it. And I was cooking last night, and it got me panicked, because I was thinking about, if this just is going to spread now amongst other organisations and other groups. And you know what?
Like a cancer.
It was partly because I was cooking. But you know, I suddenly become terrified that they might go on strike.
Go on.
The guys in charge of the potatoes.
Oh,
anyone involved with potatoes.
I had so much mash farmers. Last night. I had so much sausage mash, right, second helpings, that I had to sit on the edge of a seat so my stomach could hang down. I love Spuds. Spuds and bread. I could not do without Spuds and bread.
I feel like maybe I could make my own bread. Spuds, I wouldn't know where to start with a Spud.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're amazing. You can boil them, you can broil them.
Yeah.
I don't know what broiling is, but I suspect it's
Doesn't-
tasty.
I don't think it's as good as. I mean, obviously the chipped potato is
For the working
everyone's
classes,
favourite.
the chip.
It was always on. The chip fat fire was always on in my household. The ceiling, the death trap fire, polystyrene ceiling was yellow.
Exactly.
Come Wednesday in our house.
Yeah.
And we always had chips.
Because all I remember hearing, if I think back to my childhood, all I remember was, gotta stop and get some potatoes, or phone your dad, tell him to get some potatoes.
Well, that was your job, wasn't it?
Carl? Potatoes.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, it does concern me because
What did you have to do? Didn't you have to fill a diary out for your teacher?
Do you know when you're at school? I don't know if you do the same thing, but you get like a little red book, right? And every night, I think it was a way of the teachers sort of keeping an eye on you. So if you went out robbing, if you wrote it in your diary, they'd go, what you're playing at.
Sure.
Right? So you'd have to write down what you did every night.
Yeah.
But I didn't get up to that much at that point.
Sure.
I used to just go on my errands.
Yeah.
And it was my job to like...
I haven't heard errand since the 70s.
Nice to hear that.
I went to Phase, right, the little local supermarket.
Yeah.
And I got...
What's it called? Euthanasia? What? I did...
Phase.
New Phase.
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 Yeah.
Like, H-U-G-H. Phase.
Oh, Hugh Phase
his
is his
name.
name, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Hugh
I just had
Phase,
to get,
right, yeah.
I just had to get like a bag of potatoes.
Of course you did, yeah.
And a
essential.
loaf.
Staple.
So, I used to put that in my diary every day, and it got to a point when, like, even the teachers were like, just make something up.
Yeah.
Stop putting the same thing in.
Sure, start joyriding or something. Live.
I remember when Jane was little, she was at school, I think it was about 10 or something like that, do a project over the week, and they were given a big list of, like a list of 100 animals that they had to tick when they saw one that week. And the teacher knew she cheated because she ticked beaver. So she was trying to win and get it, as you knew, unless it was Susie Dibblethwaite's beaver.
Oh, I know
the school slut. I don't know, maybe. I don't know, but yeah. So
I'm just, as I say, it feels like the potato people have got me over a barrel. You know, I mean, they could hike the prices up. I still have to buy the potatoes. I got nothing else. I got to have that. You know, you got your fancy pastas for the upper classes, but for the working classes, it's chips or mash, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't worry. I don't think people who do potatoes are going to go on strike.
You don't think so?
Because we just go and pick them ourselves, won't we? Or grow them ourselves.
Sure.
What would be the most pointless strike? What would be the strike that we won't sow? Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you one strike that would go so. Those guys who do sketches in Covent Garden. Yeah, take a picture, or they do a caricature of you.
The strike,
Yeah.
imagine the strike! You go out and you go, well, I want one with a big nose and a big chin.
I want an amusing caricature of me and my sister.
yeah. Oh, dear.
But I need a sketch, I need a pencil drawing of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Looking like a monkey. I mean, how are we gonna get this? This is unbelievable. Yeah,
I'll tell you also, the strikes that have no effect.
What?
Those, people in nightclub toilets. Who just, you know, kind of there, they got the Lynx deodorant sprays.
Oh, no, quite controversial at the moment, with the Tweedy case.
Oh, the Cheryl Tweedy case.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure, I got some thoughts on that, actually.
Like what?
Or maybe we play a record, I'll share my thoughts on.
Well,
Tweedster.
Coming up, some Steve Merchant thoughts on the Cheryl Tweedy case. What's that on 104.9?
Some R.E.M., Rick?
What's the frequency, Kenneth? Yeah. What's the frequency, Kenneth? I'll tell you, it's 104.9 XFM. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant, and Karl Pilkington. Karl, the user Pilkington.
Just takes.
Takes. Destroyed a man. Go to you, Steve.
You should talk like that more. It's cool and sexy.
Thank you.
I make it clear now, I do not condone in any way, shape or form what Cheryl Tweedy did. But I have to say, they wind me up.
By they, you mean toilet attendants?
Yes.
Right,
yeah. Not Pop Idol winners.
That's what I thought you meant,
Yeah.
So, go on.
But, because I'll tell you what it is, you go into a club, or, pubs, or big friendly pubs, you go in there, and there's the toilet attendant in there, he's got his little display of, you know, aftershaves, sprays, some sweets maybe,
blue straw
whatever it might,
and maybe a lollipop.
Maybe a lollipop. And, alright, I don't know if I assume they're not employed by the club. I'm assuming the club's got, we've got the DJ, we've got the bar staff, wait a minute, we need a guy to irritate them.
When the manager walks in, do they hide?
Well, this is it, I don't know if it's a guy who's just like...
Is it like busking?
Yeah, he snuck in.
Like, yeah, okay.
He came in when it was free during happy hour, he's got a little bag, carrier bag, he snuck in the toilet. But the thing is, it's the fact that, toilet attendants, fair enough. I mean, I'm happy if a toilet attendant sneaks in under cover of darkness, cleans it for me, and then shoots off. But it's when I have to see them there. I feel guilty because I've got it's like, maybe wash my hands, I'll forget he's there, he'll hand me a paper towel, suddenly I've got to tip him, like a quid or something.
It annoys me because I wash my hands at all. I don't usually wash my hands. I sometimes don't even bother getting my knob out. I do it while I stand and change my trousers when I get home.
Exactly.
So it annoys me I have to go through this charade of getting it out, slushing out of it, shaking it dry, and then washing my hands.
See, if he did any of those elements, I'd tip him a quid, yeah.
Pop it out.
But not to hand me a paper towel and get it myself. And it's just guilt, and sometimes I'll hold it in, because I'm nervous I don't want to go back in there.
What annoys me is, like a posh award ceremony, it's £1 a piss.
It is £1 a piss.
Do you know what I mean? So, or
in a top hotel or something.
Yeah.
It's absurd. And I tell you what's worse than that. I know that he's doing it because he's got to feed his kids. But it's the fact that I've got to look him in the eye. You know, it's like he's humanised, you know, if he was only dehumanised, Rick.
Yeah.
If I could see him and I didn't think he was a human being, I wouldn't feel guilty. If he could sort of hide under the urinal, perhaps, or if he could hide underneath the sink.
Like thing from the Adams, like, he just puts out,
you know. Just pop a hand out, doesn't say anything, just hands you the paper towel.
So you don't even see, like, you know, hand go, and then I'd put £1 in, I'd take the thing, put £1 in, nick a lollipop and run away. No aggro.
Exactly, it's the fact I gotta see them and I feel guilty because, you know, I'm on the radio, I've got a cushy life.
I know.
Here's a guy who's just trying to make ends meet. It makes me feel bad, it ruins my evening.
Yeah.
I'm just pleading for them, can they not do it anymore? Can they maybe get a job, illegal mini cabin or something? Please.
Born Again, Star Sailor on XFM 104.9. We're back. It's the 1st of November. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
It's the same old email address if people want to get in touch. ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. We've had a couple of emails, Rick. Someone, actually Ian, he's emailed in. He said that because of the blinking postman, it's his wife's birthday today. She's had no cards or presents because, presumably because she's got no friends, but also because of the postal strike.
But you won't be able to use that excuse for Suzanne's birthday again because she knows that the postal strike won't be on around that time.
All right, Karl. So. But anyway, so would you just say happy birthday to Tracy?
Have those condoms run out yet that you got for Christmas? Karl?
I've still got them.
Have you?
Just say happy birthday to Tracy.
Happy birthday, Tracy. And hello to Aidan, who's phoned in to let us know he's actually listening in Northern Ireland.
Oh,
so we've gone international.
Sure. Now there's also a questionnaire has been sent in by Ruth Chamberlain at Cordwainers College. Cordwainers College seems a weird. Cordwainers.
It used to, yeah. It's either used to be a poly or a laundrette. I think it's yeah.
Anyway, it's something that she's doing for, she's studying product design for the fashion industry. And anyway, she's got, some questionnaire. And we're too busy and important to fill out the questionnaire. But we thought maybe you could answer it, Karl.
Karl, look, he's yawning, he's looking round, he's only got to do 2 hours and he gets a whole day off and he's getting paid for it. Do something, Karl. Be grateful. You've probably ruined a man's career. He's been ridiculed now for doing this, that he's so weak, where he should have squoze your head and kicked you out of the building. So, let's have a little bit of effort. You've only got an hour and a quarter to do, then you get 2 days off, alright?
Alright.
Right, Karl, it's a questionnaire about happiness.
Oh yeah.
There's one person... Well, that should answer it right there. The first question, Karl, on a happy scale of 1 to 10, where are you on the happy scale?
Is it at this moment, or in general?
Well, I would say generally.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't always have to, like... I mean, I think I'm happy in that, but I don't always show it.
You never show it?
No, but it doesn't mean I'm not happy in that. Like, I'm alright at the moment. I'd say I'm probably on about an 8. I was probably on about a 9 when I woke up, right? And then, sort of fell out with Suzanne over her haircut.
Yeah.
Right? She went for a haircut and came back with something that I didn't like.
Sorry, what did you say? So when your girlfriend walked to the door, she had her hair done, you said, I don't like it. Alright?
Well, she could tell by the look on my face.
But don't you say, no, I'm happy with it, I just can't tell. I'm loving it.
Because then she might have it done again.
Oh, Karl, I just cannot get over you. I really can't,
No, but you haven't seen it. Right?
Oh,
So then I was fed up, but then I thought...
Sorry, what authority have you got to talk about haircuts?
Yeah, you had well, officially from a barber in Manchester above a railway station in a shack, it was £2 a cut, told you had the hair of a Chinaman. Well, you wish you had the hair of a Chinaman now, you got no hair. You're a little bald man with your mouth open, so don't... Is she listening to this, Suzanne? Sitting at home with a woolly hat on?
I don't know. Well, she knows now, doesn't she?
What did you say? What words
did you do about it, though?
I just said you look like someone out of Slade.
interestingly, that's what I look for in a girlfriend.
Oh, God!
Which one, Slade?
That one with the funny,
Not Dave Hill.
Yeah.
The one with the crooked fringe and the goofy... She had her teeth done as well, did she? She had 2 front teeth put in.
Dumper.
So anyway,
So prior to that, you're on a 9. Then you saw the haircut, you're on an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
now
then,
what you're on?
I'm probably on about a 6 at the moment.
Why? What's happened?
Well, while Star Sailor was on, bit more head squeezing going on. So, yeah, about a 5 or 6.
So generally speaking, what would you say you are?
About 4.
You're on a 4 normally. Alright. What would you give someone who wasn't very happy? What would you give them?
What are you thinking, Karl? Depends why they're not happy.
They're low, okay, so what would you give them?
I mean, yeah, depends, innit? If it's someone who's just lost their arms and legs in an accident, you don't give them a lollipop.
Sure, or some mittens.
Yeah. You give them a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dare I say it, a smile.
A skateboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know.
You got to answer the question.
Alright, so hang on, let's assume that you've upset your girlfriend because you slagged off her haircut.
What are you
you
do now to go and make her happy?
How are you going to cheer her up?
And
And not buy her a baseball cap.
I don't know yet. I haven't thought about it because I've got this to sort out, haven't I? So, when I get home, get her some gel or something.
Oh, God! Oh, Christ.
Okay,
Oh.
and,
Oh.
alright, just name something that always puts a smile on your face, Karl. It always cheers you up. If you're feeling a bit blue, it always cheers you up.
A monkey, innit?
Learning something.
Right.
That's a bit weird.
I love the qualifier. That's
No, I
a
think
bit weird.
I think it was 2 different sentences. I think it was learning something. That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
Learning something that's a bit weird. Okay, and finally, if you could have something to make you happy, what would it be?
Little chimp, wouldn't it? Little chimp in a suit.
Well, don't answer for him. Don't put words into me. You could have anything you want. It'll cheer you up and make you happy. What would it be?
You can't say a skin of titanium. It's got to be something possible.
Yeah.
X-ray vision. No. What would you have? It can be conceptual. It could be world peace. It doesn't have to be, you know, a new watch.
Yeah, let someone else wish for that.
Sure.
It'd be a waste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why should you do it? And then someone else gets a nice new watch and there's world peace.
Exactly.
You're walking round, it's nice and peaceful, you know what time it is. He's swanning round, he's got a lovely new watch and there's no threat of him being bombed.
Exactly.
I'm quite happy the way I am, really. I don't really want
Are
that
you
much.
really?
But you're on a 4.
Yeah,
You're on a happy scale of 4.
Yeah, you're on a 4. Surely you want to get to 10. Surely the point of life is to be on 10.
Yeah, but what's a 10? Do you know what I mean?
No.
What's a 10?
Contentment, absolute contentment, joy
Bliss.
in your heart,
Yeah.
inwardly and outwardly. Not walking round with a little round mank head with your mouth open going, what's the point of that? I've done it once. Is that why you've still got all the condoms? You go, I've done it once.
What's the point of that?
Alright, we're gonna get some hair gel. Come on! 10.
Just one thing that would make you happy. That would cheer you up if you were feeling low.
Tuesdays off as well? I'll have the MD just, you know, resign straight away, shall I?
I honestly don't know what would make me happy just like that. Cause I am happy. I know you say I'm fed up and that.
Do you know
But
what,
I am
he
fed-
said,
I'm alright.
he wouldn't want to be too rich. He said, because if I was too rich, then Suzanne would say, let's go around the world. He said he wants to be rich enough, so they're happy in that, they got their bathroom and everything, but they still can't afford any more holidays a year. Think of that wish. Think of that capping your wishes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Putting a ceiling on your ambition. I love it. It's genius. Look at his face. Play a record. You're an
It's
idiot.
like if you'd won that ticket round Charlie's Chocolate Factory, and he'd said, actually, Karl, I want you to take over the factory, it was a test. You'd have said, I just wanted to look around the chocolate factory.
Yeah.
I'm happy to go back and live.
No, he'd have said,
poor.
I'll work it, but I'm not working Mondays.
Exactly.
Play a record.
Imagine giving a chocolate factory to a kid.
I know.
Idiot.
Give it to the fat one at least, he
Yeah.
enjoyed it more. Beautiful.
Billy Bragg from his Essential Billy Bragg compilation. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking Billy Bragg, oh, I can't be bothered, politics, and I have to say, buy this CD, skip past every song that is, for instance, there is power in a union.
Don't be duped by fascism.
Yeah, it's your right and duty to vote.
Yeah. Right wing, wrong wing.
Exactly. Ignore all that.
But
just listen to the love songs.
His love songs are beautiful.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Tonight I celebrate my love for you with a pint of beer and a new tattoo. It's great.
Brilliant.
Yeah, lose the ones about,
Exactly.
Striking.
Yeah, exactly, because we know what we think of that. So, yeah, I heartily recommend that.
Carl, we're on happiness. Carl.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain to Carl
happiness.
that the aim to, is really to get on a 10.
Yeah.
For
But I like
happiness.
the
He's
fact
on
that he
4.
started on a 9.
But I love the fact he's happy with 4.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, but what I mean is, right, I'm not looking for, like, happiness.
Right.
I'm
You're not
alright.
looking for happiness? What? What's that for?
What I mean is, right, I'm happy when I'm not fed up. So what I mean is, I'm happy.
Is this in your new book, Psychology of the Mind? What is that? I'm happy when I'm not fed up. That's like an 8-year-old trying to explain happiness. Johnny, what is it when I'm happy when I'm not fed up, miss? Well done. Good boy. That's it. You're happy when you're not fed up. Talk like an adult.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying to you, though. I don't.
What?
I'm happy most of the time. It's just that when things niggle me, I find that I realise when I'm annoyed more than when I'm happy.
But Carl, every time we talk to you, you are whinging about something. You've got something that annoys you.
But he's one of those people that if he whinges loud enough, he gets away with it. Like he's in here, I think he goes, oh, I'm really busy. I come in and he's doing nothing. He's chatting, because he's having big, long chats with everyone about how someone's wound him up. And they all come and they go, oh, Carl's fed up. Because he's got this show. You know what I mean? He's wormed his way.
But hang on a minute. You came in moaning about the Post and that today.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's annoyed and frustrated by that. There's small businesses going out of business.
I'm not. You haven't heard me.
No, you're not,
that.
because who's sending you letters? No one. You've got no friends. You've said that yourself.
Yeah.
You've openly declared you don't want friends. They're too much hassle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is my job. Friends that is the point of life to me. I can't wait to see them. I squeeze their head. I welcome them in.
They annoy me.
Annoy me. I love it. Friends are annoying. He's even scared of like doing something with a friend or getting a gift because he goes, I have to buy him one back now.
Yeah.
It's sort of like life's a bit of a chore for Karl, isn't it?
Well, anyway, all right. Let's leave that aside. Obviously, you're never going to be entirely happy, although apparently you are already on the brink of happiness.
All you have to say is your hair looked nice. That's all you have to say. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, and that's it. End of story.
What's the point in that? What is the point in that?
Because she doesn't really care what you think, but she doesn't want to hear that she looks like Dave Hill from Slade.
She's not having her haircut just to please you, Karl. Despite what you might think. He's taken aback by that.
Yeah. Sorry, happiness then, yeah.
All right, I was happy the other week, right, when I was going up to Manchester on the train, nice quiet carriage, I'm sat there reading about sharks and that, right? Nice and quiet. And I got annoyed, I texted you, didn't I?
Yeah.
When, 2 fellas got on. Can we talk about it?
Well, yeah, I mean, you've started it. 2 gay men got on. Go on.
2 gay fellas got on. And it wasn't the fact they were gay that bothered me. It was like, each to their own. Let them get, you know what I mean? Let them do what they do.
Yeah.
And,
behind closed doors.
But they started talking really loud. Right? And they were going on about,
that's annoying anyway. That's annoying whether you're straight or gay. Talking too loud.
But do you know that theory I have about they go out late?
Yeah. Gay people always go out late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
When I mean, what time do you go out in the evening?
7:30.
If you go out about 7:30, if I'm out of work, I might go out about 8 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
I can guarantee I'll sort of be in bed by about 12:30.
Sure.
At that time, they're still sort of ironing the jeans. Right? And the funny thing was, I've always said this, right?
Dalton on to ABBA.
You sort of said that's rubbish. I'm sat on the train reading about sharks. These 2 are talking, and they're going, oh, we can't wait to get there. And his phone goes, and he goes, hello? And, on the end, he goes, anyway, I'll see you at 1 then. Right?
Right.
So I thought, well, maybe that's tomorrow. Could be 1 in the afternoon. That's when most people would meet.
Yeah.
And then he carried on talking.
Most people would meet!
Carried on talking, and he goes, yeah, so anyway, like I say, see you tonight. 1 o'clock he's meeting someone.
Yeah.
No, I don't know why they go out that late.
Do you remember when his favourite record of all time is The Killing of Georgie?
Sure.
He said, would he have been killed if he'd have been back at a decent time? There's no mention of the time in this song.
And then the funny bit was, actually, that did make me laugh, right? When he'd finished talking on the phone, he said to his partner, right, oh, there you go, let's have a little chat. And the fella said, who was that? And he said, oh, it's Dave. He said, which one's Dave? He said, the one with the shaved head. I thought, in the gay community,
yeah,
that isn't a good description.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
They've all got little shaved heads.
Before we move on, was the Sharks article interesting? Did you learn anything?
It's pretty good.
Was it?
Go on,
I'll teach you something about that later.
Oh, okay.
Is this educating Ricky?
It wasn't, but I can teach you a bit.
Yeah?
Alright.
That's good.
Play some ads and that.
Play some ads and a tune, and then have we got maybe a competition?
Yeah.
What have we got?
We're all looking forward to that.
Alright.
Fortune Faded. Red Hot Chili Peppers on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Back for 2 hours a day, then a Monday off. Conning the management, baby, and sending this station spiraling down into the depths for his greed and selfishness.
Yes.
Okay. We were talking earlier about things that have happened when we were away.
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot, but there's one thing I heard. It might be a rumour. I hope it's a rumour. I kept it from you, Steve, because I want you to sort of have spirits out, because we've been let it in the office, and we've got to be... Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I think Shed 7 have split up.
Sorry, I didn't...
Shed 7 have split up.
Sorry, I think I got something in my eye. It's just a bit dusty, I think.
So, okay, if it's true, it's true, and if not, at least we got their music. Their music didn't...
The music lives on.
So we're gonna dedicate this show to Shed 7, and all the bands they influence. So we're just gonna play...
Just every artist that formed a band after they'd heard Shed 7. Just play them from now on, and obviously the hits, all the hits, the Shed 7 hits.
When I saw this, I saw it on a website. It said about, is it true, Shed 7 have split up? And the next, you know, one of those dorky message boards, someone came on and said, you are joking. Oh dear, what else is happening?
I just pray that it is just a rumour.
It's just a rumour, yeah.
Then get in touch.
Just call in if it's true.
Well, no, call in yourself.
Well, if Shed's listening,
yeah,
and he's not busy, he's got Mondays off now. Call in and say what was the split all about?
Tell you what I read about.
Sharks, monkeys, or jellyfish?
It's 10 past, isn't it? We haven't done a little bit of knob news.
No, right? We haven't done knob news, no.
But
it's been 3 months. It's been 3 months coming.
There's this thing. I don't know the full story. I don't know how it happened, right? But little Russian fella.
Yeah.
He was sort of having sort of emptying his bladder, right? And somehow electrocuted himself. Right. And sort of did a bit of damage.
How did he slashed onto some live wires or something
like that. So
did
anyway,
it damage to himself or to an electric fire or something?
No, to himself.
To himself.
Yeah. And so the doctor
didn't slip and curling tongs went up his arse when he was pissed, because that's happened a lot.
Yeah, we've all been there.
We've all shoved the old curling tongs up the arse when having a piss.
Right. So I can't even be bothered.
No, go on, we're interested. We're interested. Come on, we're interested.
You can't be bothered. You get Mondays off. Do some work.
Right. So anyway, so the doctor says, "Oh, it's not looking good. We'll have to take that off."
What?
And he's like,
Novectomy.
Yeah.
Really?
But the funny thing is, right?
Nothing funny about that.
They've done, you're doing me head in.
Just tell the story!
Just doing me head in.
Oh, you can chill out on Monday.
I've only got 15 minutes, but I'm gonna talk to you every Saturday. I'm gonna get the money's worth out of this, because you get Mondays off. And I can't bear the fact that someone's getting away with something like that, because it's terrible. So you're gonna stick this out, or you're gonna have to work Mondays. So take it on the chin, right? Okay.
Just finish the story.
Yes.
I command you.
Just do it.
Anyway, so he said, you know, will you be able to sort me a little knob out?
A prosthetic cock,
yeah. But they put him out for the operation.
Yeah.
He woke up.
Yeah.
Right, and he's thinking, oh, thank God that's over and done with.
Yeah.
They've only grown it on his arm.
What are you talking about? You twat. Shut the you're an idiot. What do you mean they've grown it on his arm?
Apparently, like, that's the way they do it.
Oh, yeah, but to then put it on, that wasn't a mistake. It wasn't Dr. going, did it go there? Some bloke I didn't do a degree.
Are you a real doctor?
Yeah, yeah.
No, but why put it there?
Because it's got to grow, it's got a graft there, so where they can control it. To skin tissue.
But on your arm.
Well...
But they're going to remove it from the arm itself. What do you mean on the back?
On your back?
Somewhere, well, we can't wear a t-shirt.
Yeah, but you could have a
He's in hospital!
This way you can still have a little tug, can't he?
But they'll leave it there for quite a bit. It's not... Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be like, oh, it's just there for a few days.
Yeah.
It's there for a bit. That's not good, is it?
So he's got a cock on his arm.
Yeah, what's up with that?
What do you mean, what's up with that?
Well, I mean, we could say it's a thumb or something, couldn't he? Yeah.
But they remove it.
Be good for hitching.
If
you had a knob instead of a thumb and you went hitchhiking, just tickle it. They can see it like a mile down the road, couldn't they?
Posting.
Yeah. If I'd lost my knob, I'd go, oh, I'm not gonna have all that stuff. Just whack a pair of tits on me. Do you know what I mean? I think, oh, I'll have just forget it.
But why not just put it where it should be straight away instead of messing about?
Where should it be straight away?
You know.
On the forehead.
Listen, are we doing a competition?
Let's play a tune.
Come on, Karl, you can't be bothered. Right, okay, we're gonna scrap this and you're gonna work Mondays again. Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow on XFM 104.9. Well, it's what the Londoners have been waiting for. It's Rockbusters, isn't it, Karl?
Well, it's not Rockbusters. It's something we've done. It's a bit like Rockbusters, but it's been tweaked.
Brilliant.
Right? So remember that it's done with sound effects and that.
Oh God! Really?
What do you mean?
All right, come on.
Right, remember this one? We tried it before.
Hold on, wait a minute. The headphones on. Right. Hold on, wait a minute.
And this is one you've done in the past. This is not the competition.
This is not the competition, but I said like, what song is this?
Yeah.
Smack My Bitch Up, yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Smack My Bitch Up.
Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of that, but rather than just doing songs, it's that film or song sounds good.
You know, when you do these things, you can't do them in the week. You've got to do them either Saturdays or Mondays.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Well, I'm going to check on that, because that really annoys me.
Because it's been done, so it doesn't really, you don't have to worry about it when it gets done, that, do you? Because it's done, so.
Well, yeah, but I don't want you taking time out of things you should be doing at work. You're already weaseling way out. XFM's going down the tube, and you're taking the piss left, right and centre.
Right, so here's this week's little grab. That film or song sounds good, so what is it? Come here. I'm well happy now I've had that.
What?
Right?
It's a film or a song title, is it?
No, it's a film or a song.
What do you
Forget
mean?
that. It's a film.
What are you talking about? That must have taken you 3 minutes. I didn't do it on a Tuesday, though, because that's cut into precious time. Have you seen how long a trial takes him? About 30 minutes. And he's
Sorry,
do one a week.
let's just concentrate for a second.
Okay, right. This is a film,
This is a film title. The title of a film.
Yeah.
Play it again.
Come here. I'm well happy now I've had that. Right?
Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. 3 months they've waited for that.
3 months for that. Shite.
Do you want to say what the prizes are?
Oh, I can do. I'd say there's good news and there's bad. I don't know, I think maybe this is what people think of Karl's quizzes. This is the respect they show us. Because you know that, the various companies, they'll send you product which you can include in competitions. It's a promotional tool.
Yeah.
They've sent us, I'm Alan Partridge, Series 2.
Yeah.
And Fawlty Towers, the complete series. Brilliant. On VHS. I mean, who's got a video player anymore, Karl? It's for losers and the working classes.
Yeah, for up north. They still sell them up north, I think.
Thankfully.
In market stalls.
It's been redeemed. I mean, I wonder how we got hold of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Office Series 2 on DVD, that was a nightmare, getting hold of that one. The best, album in the world ever, it's got stuff on there. Super Furry Animals is on there, Supergrass, Gold Frap. And, also the best of the Boomtown Rats, which is not bad, and, a couple of Teachers DVDs. So some good stuff there amongst the VHSs. And you can win all of those treats by identifying this film.
Oh, God.
Come here. I'm well happy now I've had that.
Email only, we don't want to actually speak to you. ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. I'm sorry if that's brought you down, it's made us feel
Can I just say something? What's the phone number, Karl?
08700 800 1234.
08700 800 1234. Call up for no reason, because I want Karl to answer the phone. He hates doing it. So call up and talk to Karl. Ask him anything you want, just talk to him. Okay? Right, answer the phone, they're going mad. Drills. Big Sir on XFM 104.9. He's so annoyed that he had to answer all those calls. Why did you like it?
we're wasting time, aren't we?
That's your listenership.
No.
They want to speak to you.
No, that's nice and everything that people call up.
Yeah.
But we should be concentrating on what we're doing.
Yeah, well, but I do this show to annoy you. I don't do it for the money, or the kudos, or the awards. So I mean, I do it so you have to be here and do what I say for 2 hours, because you're getting away with murder here in the week. I don't like seeing that. I don't like injustice in the world. I try and fight it wherever I can. So I do it to annoy.
It's good of you, Rick. Thanks for doing that, mate.
Yeah.
It's interesting though that you're passionate about fighting injustice, but you focus specifically on Karl at XFM. One of the world's lesser crimes.
Being a little bald mank twat.
Exactly.
I know, yeah, but nonetheless, it is a crime. Look at him, look, he's got his head down like one of those, you know, one of those chimps that have, like, lost their mate in London Zoo? He just sits there like, you know, a broken animal. Karl, what are you thinking? Where are you on the happiness scale now, of 1 to 10? Karl?
On about a 3. Go on, Steve, what are you gonna do?
Well, we were talking earlier about stuff that happened while we've been away.
we don't talk
I haven't been this upset since, Skunk and Nancy broke up.
Yeah, I know. Cheryl Tweedy.
Tweedster.
We've done that. We've done the Tweedster.
Well, of course, the war.
Is that all done and dusted now?
I think it's pretty much over. I think we've sorted that out.
Okay, good. What annoys me is we were going at Tony Blair and Bush, right, for like bombing stuff and all that. But my point is this, right? Those bombs have all been bought and paid for.
Yeah, you, the taxpayer, they're yours. They're bought and paid
I'm not a scientist, but I think bombs go off.
I think so.
And if you don't use them, you lose them. So let's use them.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like tinned food. It lasts for a while, but eventually it's going to go off.
It's like anything. Oh, we better eat that. No, don't open the fresh stuff. Don't build the fresh ones. Let's use the old ones.
Exactly.
So
because they're just stockpiling there, and they've cost us millions.
I know. We want to see if they work as well. What? We never tried that one. Use them. Use them on just, you know. Oh,
exactly.
Karl, who would you bomb if you could?
I wouldn't. No? What do you mean?
Well, imagine you could bomb a country. You're not actually going to bomb them, but you're just going to frighten them. Just going to put the frighteners on them.
Frighten them, yeah.
You're just going to go, I'm going to bomb you, and then obviously...
And they'll go running, hiding under tin shelters and that.
Yeah. Ricky's house?
No, come on. What country?
No,
what country?
I wouldn't... honestly, no one sort of makes me fed up or anything.
No one makes you fed up?
Not enough that I want to bomb a place.
You're not actually going to bomb them,
I wouldn't get involved, I'd just say, let someone else do it.
Sure.
It.
What about you, Rick?
I've got a list here.
Do you know who I'd threaten?
Go on.
The Swiss.
Oh, they've had it easy,
They've always had it easy, they've always chickened out.
It's that equivalent of having Mondays off.
Exactly.
Like, oh, we don't want to fight.
Exactly.
You can both walk through it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're a carpet.
Exactly. While we're busy sorting out fascism.
Yeah.
You know, or Osama bin Laden. They're just chilling out.
They're holding ours and Hitler's coat.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Little weed. We should have both turned on them.
Yeah. And I'll tell you who else. This will just frighten them up, just shake off a bit. Iceland.
They've had it easy.
Because they have stayed out of everything. They have not been involved in anything, as far as I can tell.
But you don't have to bomb them, do you?
Eskimos, they've never been involved in anything.
I know, but don't bomb them, just pour hot water on their igloos.
Exactly.
Just send a plane over with warm water.
Yeah, with a big flask. Yeah. No, just to shake things up a bit, just to keep them on their toes, that's all it is.
Why would you live there?
If you could choose, I've no idea.
If you're an Eskimo and you're born, little baby, you grow up and you go, what? I'm sorry, I'm eating ice and fish for the rest of my life.
Well, fair enough.
You're having a laugh.
Fair enough, like years and years ago, but now, presumably, they're aware of the proper house and the fact you can live in, say, Somerset or the south of France.
I know, but it's like, haven't they learned? It's sort of like, they haven't even got, they're not even on as good as thing as the North American Indians. Now they're sort of pierced up,
they got
smoking fags, they live in lovely little cages, they're all brought to their little village, they're having a whale of the time, they don't have to go hunting anymore, and they're not killing buffalo, and the same with the Eskimos. Let's get them some beer and fags down there, knock the igloos down, build them some lovely little semis, or like...
Or just a little kind of trailer, or a caravanette, or something like that. It's gotta be better, it's gotta be preferable.
I know.
Some of them now have got TVs built in, Rick.
I know.
And showers.
Yeah, they've got cable and stuff, have they?
Yeah.
Or is there one sort of Icelandic channel?
Get satellite or whatever, wouldn't you?
Magnus Magnusson.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably doing, there's loads of Mastermind reruns.
Yeah. And Pingu. Just on a loop.
That's porn over there,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, brilliant.
No, that's like a hardcore documentary.
This is, Racist FM 104.9.
Yeah. So, who would you like to see bombed? Or not bombed, not bombed, but just put the frighteners on them.
Yeah, it would
Email ricky.gervais@xfm.
Anyone. Yeah. Any nation or anything. Karl, thoughts?
Play a song?
You're not working for your money. You're not having Monday off. we got to do something Monday. Let's plan something Monday, just to get him in here. You've got 2 hours for 8 hours off. You don't do an 8-hour day anyway.
Rick, how much is he getting paid?
He's getting money for this. I think his wage went up last time, so he's getting paid to be here, extracurricular, extra work, right? So it's moonlighting, and they're giving him a day off.
Yeah.
And he's contributing nothing.
Nothing.
Huh? What, Karl? You say something, mate? Huh?
What's going on?
What?
Going on with yourself?
Well, say something back and earn your money.
Well, let's just play a song. We've done a bit of stuff there.
You idiot.
Don't say we, no, I've not heard anything from you. We've heard your contribution.
PIMP, 50 Cent on XFM 104.9. Me, Ricky Gervais. You, Stephen Merchant, and you, Karl Pilkington. Alright? What are we doing then? How are we going? Karl, how are you feeling? On a scale of 10 now, happiness scale?
Just building back up again a bit.
Yeah? Why?
Probably on about 5.
Oh, that's not bad.
What changed it? What changed it?
Just calm down a bit.
Yeah?
So.
The chilled out vibes of PIMP probably helped you.
Yeah.
I think we should just say, give massive props to, Adam and Joe, who stood in for us.
Oh yeah, stood in for us.
Did a great job.
Yeah, great, really good.
In fact, interesting, I listened to their show.
Are they gonna get their own show here? I think they should.
Yeah, they'll probably get something.
Well, there you go.
Well, it's interesting, as I was listening to them, they had quite a nice selection of features, they had a couple of good competitions and things. Now, I don't know if, having done them for XFM, is it somehow, they may be kind of under some kind of XFM copyright? Which would mean, as we've got no ideas, maybe we could just hijack some of theirs. Maybe you could look into that. Obviously not Monday, you're not here, but...
I was with Joe Cornish last night, went to a little, do, at, Jonathan's house, and Joe was there, and he walked in, and I was taken aback by how tall he is.
Sure.
Because I'd forgotten, and he's about 6'4", but he's unlikely to, do you know what I mean by that? It's sort of like some people surprise you. And, he was going, you know, I don't consider, 6'4", big. I said, it's pretty big. I said, but I know what you mean. I walk around with Steve Merchant.
Yeah.
And, he went, how tall, Steve? And I said, 6'7".
Yep.
And Joe went, oh, that's nearly a disability, isn't it?
Do you know, he's absolutely right, as far as I'm concerned. No, do you know, I genuinely, since school, I used to go to school with a little disabled fella. Lovely guy. No, I swear to God, lovely guy. And, I remember he came in when we got in the 6th form, and he'd basically got, I don't know what the ins and outs of it were, but as far as I could tell, he'd got a car for free. A specially converted car.
Yeah.
You know, because he was disabled. And he was driving
same as Karl. Me. I need this, I need that.
But it seemed to me that I was thinking, well, why can I not get something similar? Because there are some cars I can't fit in. Because I'm too tall. I genuinely cannot drive the smaller cars, the cheaper cars. I'm obliged to buy a more expensive, larger car. Because I can't fit in the tiny.
Yeah, that's like saying you've got to pay more for your shoes because there's more leather, which is true.
Which is absolutely true. It's a nightmare getting shoes.
But fat people have to pay more.
Do you know what? It's a nightmare getting chairs, comfy chairs that I can sit in the home. I sit in a chair for very long and my back's killing me. Now, how is that not a disability? But no, you don't see people like me whinging.
But I think tall people, I've read an article that taller people on average, get, higher wages through, you know, an advantage, or just because they're taken more seriously than little dumpy fellas.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
But I don't think
I
genuinely don't think there are many benefits of being really tall. People seem to assume there are, but beyond the fact that I can reach things down from a high shelf.
I know.
I don't think there's any real perks.
I've seen you hit your head a few times.
That's a disability.
I know, I have seen you hit your head a few times, and I think, oh god, that must have hurt. Obviously I'll make sure okay and then laugh.
Of course.
But I know it must be annoying.
Thanks, mate.
No, but I mean, there's one pub in Soho that he has to go down backwards.
Yeah.
He has to lean that, it looks like a limbo dancer.
Yeah, they've almost got to lower me in on ropes.
I always find it amusing.
But like for instance on the plane, on an airplane, I can't get some of the seats, I can't fit in some of the seats. Not in any way, not the way that I could.
Because
What are you talking, how is that not a disability?
There's some seats that people can't afford because they're poor. It's not a disability.
That's irrelevant. Don't go on a plane then, because you're poor. But if you can't afford to go on a plane, you can't afford to go on a plane. You should have studied hard at school.
But what annoys me about that is there's
a physical disability I was born with.
There's a weight allowance, so I might not be allowed loads of bags on, but there might be a big fat pig in the queue who's allowed the same chocolate allowance as me.
That's because they've been eating like a bloater. I couldn't stop myself from growing this tall. It wasn't a conscious decision. I didn't think, I'll tell you what, I won't smoke when I'm a teenager. Maybe I'll shoot up. I'll eat healthy. I'll probably add an extra 2 feet. It just kept going.
You do eat too healthy. You eat way too many greens.
But that's not why I grew to this height. It's a genetic thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you lived near, you know, some sort of pylon or something and just, as I say, smoked from an early age, you wouldn't have been that tall.
Don't think when I was a gangly teenager having the piss taken out of me, I wasn't thinking I wish I'd been born near a pylon. You know, or Chernobyl.
Could your mum or dad, like, could have could they have banded you like they did with little, didn't they do that with someone's feet?
Well, yeah, concubine, yes.
I didn't come out this tall, did I?
No, but slip it in the
And
blood.
how would they bandage him? They'd have to bandage him round the feet and round the top of the head.
Yeah, I'd be walking around like a mummy.
Yeah, yeah, or a bonsai boy.
But people didn't really realise I was going to be this tall until I was 14 or 15. You know, you don't realise when you're an 8-year-old.
How tall were you when you were about like a gangly, okay, so a typical gangly teenager, 15. How tall were you at 15?
I don't know, 6'5" maybe?
And I bet you were like a beanpole, weren't you?
Well, of course.
Yeah. And what sort of glasses did you have?
Cool.
No, what did you have?
I don't know, a monocle. No, I can't remember.
Did you wear a bow tie once?
I wore a bow tie? I thought, I was trying to preempt the styles that might be coming round. I mean, I think I've been watching a lot of George Formby films. And I thought it can only be a matter of time before the bow tie comes in. I thought it might be quite kind of urbane and debonair.
Yeah.
So what that
was Robin Day at the height of his fame?
I think he might
around this time, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to go for that dandy look. I thought that's what the girls would go for.
I know, yeah.
The dandy.
Oh dear.
So
I still want to see you with a pipe and trilby.
Yeah.
I just think you'd look great walking on the street. Yeah.
Oh, but I genuinely, I really, it does frustrate me that I don't get any allowances for being very tall.
It doesn't count as a disability.
Well, it does count.
No, it doesn't. It's not a disability being 6'7".
But how can you explain, for instance, travelling on a bus or a coach? There's some seats I can't sit in.
The only disadvantage is, people look. I've seen people stare at you, but they stare at me because I've been on the telly. What's that a disability? Are that people being recognised?
Yes, but you could avoid that by not being on the telly. It's your choice. This is my point. It's your choice.
Yeah,
it's the same as the big fat people.
And
it's their choice.
It's a different sort of stare, isn't it? I've been there.
Yeah.
When the sort of stare that you get and the sort of stare.
Well, obviously, sorry, Steve, but I'm gonna, follow up this inquiry. What do you mean, Karl?
No, I'm just saying it's more of a stare of fear than, like with you, they go, oh, it's him.
Yeah, go on.
Whereas with you, it's more like, jeez.
Do you know what frustrates me? I thought he did deserve having a Monday off. I've changed my tune.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't realise this, listeners, but sometimes I'm an intermediary. I do step in when he's winding him up, because Karl gets to the point where he's going to explode.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Okay, Jerv, that leaves him
and I
for a
step
little
in,
while.
and this is the kind of response I get from Karl. This is the kind of back chat I get
Well, I
from
tell
him.
you, he's a little user.
I'll tell you what, because he's too scared of winding you up, because he knows that you'll just walk out of here and he won't get his Monday off.
Absolutely. Play a record, you little oik.
Weasel. You're a weasel.
Joe Jackson, Different for Girls on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. He's annoying me now because he's got a day off and he's got 2 hours and he's miserable. He's not even doing anything for the show. It really annoys me.
Well, hang on, wait a minute. You've forgotten his brilliant film quiz.
Yeah.
He's contributed that.
That he probably did during the week. Well, do you know what I mean? What, are you gonna change your attitude, Karl, or what? Or should we just, not bother with this show?
Told you.
What?
Don't annoy me and you'll get the best out of me. Yeah?
I told you, this show is to annoy you. You knew that.
But this is what you're gonna get. Do you know what I mean?
But no, you've got to be good and get the day off, or there's no point. For any of us.
Right, if you were having an operation, would you annoy the doctor?
What?
He can't concentrate, can he? Don't wind him up.
The fact that he's a doctor.
All of a sudden.
yeah, he's got to press a button and find out what a monkey did in 1932. And it's,
Where's the monkey news?
It's been a bit quiet, hasn't it? I've been...
What, in the last 3 months?
Okay, there was something that I found last week about, one that was in an old people's home. It escaped from some zoo, it was wandering about, it was enjoying itself, and then when it got to the night time, it was like, oh, what am I gonna do? And the first place it came across was like this old people's home. Went in there, I think it was there for about a week and a half, without anyone realising.
No, it did. No, so the helpers and the nurses and the social workers and the matrons and all that, they thought, well, Mr. Sanders looks a bit hairy. But I mean, that happens, it comes out your ear and your nose when you get to about 70. And he stooped over, yeah, of course he has, he got bow legs, yeah. And he eats more fruit, of course he does.
Well, that's when they realised.
Why?
Because someone in the kitchen said, hang on a minute, getting through more bananas than we normally get.
Well, do the competition. Do the one thing you've done this week, probably in their time again. You're getting paid for it. You're having Mondays off, and you're not into it, so
that
waste of time.
That film sounds good. It was like this.
Yeah, okay then.
I'm well happy now I've had that.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so that's a bit of a cryptic clue.
Yeah.
someone eating this woman.
Yeah.
And he's happy that he had that.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
That was Gladiator. So, who wins
a couple of people sent in Hannibal, which would still work.
Yeah.
And, someone else sent in Man-Eater, which I suppose works as well.
Although he did put the thing in about, I'm well happy. Glad.
Yeah, I know.
I know, it's not worth the, I don't know, 100 quid he gets for this and a day off, no.
Well, Eva, who got the answer right, well done to her, I'm gonna give her the prizes, she said that she'd heard this before on Christian O'Connell's show.
Ah, this is really annoying. Right, that's it. You're gonna do something, or we're gonna stop this and you have to work Mondays again. Because you are taking the piss out of me, you're taking the piss out of Graham, and you're taking the piss out of London. I'll see you next week, and you can change your attitude.
Limp Bizkit, we may be back next week, it depends how Karl, gets on, maybe bucks up his attitude. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, Darkness. I believe in a thing called love on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, you're Steve Merchant, sure. That's little Karl Pilkington over there. Where is he? There he is.
There he is, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Hey! Back together again.
The old gang.
Yeah, it started last week.
Yeah,
I think
triumphant return.
I think it went well last week, didn't it, Karl? Good show, wasn't it?
You loved it, didn't you, Karl?
Brilliant, right?
Yeah?
Yeah. Now, you weren't speaking to Suzanne last week at this time, because you said she had a haircut, probably quite an expensive haircut. She's a lady in media. She's got to look good. She probably doesn't go to the barber like you, or just shave it at home. Probably spent quite a little bit of money on it. She came home, she thought, well, my sweetheart, my lover, my sweetheart, you know what I mean? The man in my life is gonna love this.
Well, he adores everything about me, he's gonna love my hair.
She walked in, hello, Karl, alright? You look like Dave Hill from Slade. Is what Hugh said to the poor woman. And then, talked about it on air, she was furious about that. So what did you do?
Karl?
She did listen, yeah. She wasn't happy.
And she heard you slagging her hair off?
Yeah. Well,
so this is probably annoying her now.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. We can do a lot today because she's at work. So,
and of course, no one's going to tell her.
Let's have a chat about a fat arse, shall we? Hold on.
Oh dear.
You are in so much trouble. That's. Look, he's realised he is a little bit worried. Oh, didn't you go and buy her a coat or something?
Took her out on Sunday and treated her to a new coat and that.
Yeah.
But I offered, I said as well, I said I'd pay to have it done again.
Oh no! Karl, you have, oh God! Oh my Christ!
So she listened to the show, what did she say? You got home, she'd heard you slagging her hair off.
Imagine that, he thinks that's a good thing, so like, we've won the pools, brilliant, what are we doing? Well, you can have facial surgery now, love. It's sort of like, it's just, Christ! You offered to have it done again. Unbelievable.
Yeah. But I got home, and, she's like, all being moody with me, right?
Yeah. You thought something's wrong, she must have listened to the show when I was slagging off her hair.
Well, his first thought was, she probably looked at herself in the mirror. She agrees with me.
Yeah, that barber's been round again.
Yeah.
And, she just said, oh, that wasn't very nice of you, was it?
Oh.
So, I just said, hang on a minute. I said, that's what we do on the show. When I'm slagging off, you know, Chinese people looking old or whatever, so you never interfere.
Sure.
I love the fact!
She's got to get her priorities right.
I love the fact that she's in the same queue as a billion people you've never met.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. She's in the same queue. Well, you didn't complain when I was slagging off.
Karl, I don't think Karl has ever admitted he might be in the wrong. Ever. Certainly not to your eye. So did you admit—
That is so true.
Isn't it?
That is so true.
He's never admitted that he might be in the wrong. So did you, in this instance, agree that maybe you'd overstepped the mark?
No, I just said she took it badly. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's only a haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
Steve, you haven't seen it, so you can't start interfering on this one.
No, okay.
No, I haven't seen it, but I very much doubt she looks like Dave Hill from Slade, who, if unless I'm mistaken, used to cut his hair with garden shears blindfolded.
Well.
So, you know what I mean? And did her teeth stick out when she started speaking with a Brummie accent as well?
No, I've got used to it now anyway. So.
And so did you so at some point you came crawling back and you said, do you want me to buy you a coat?
I just said, let's leave that, let's go out and have a good weekend.
Sure.
But get your hat before we go. And,
God!
Treated her to a new coat and that. It's a nice coat, so it takes, people will look at that rather than
There.
Looking at the head.
So if anyone...
does it do flash? It's got obscenities across the back.
If anyone who knows Karl's girlfriend is listening...
Tell her.
And, maybe you're a work colleague and you're listening to the show...
Because I think this is terrible.
Get her to phone him now.
Get her to phone him now. I mean, forget
the
phone
on the XFM number.
What's the fat ass complaint line? Because you are in deep shite. Cemetery Gates by the Smiths, of course, off the Queen is Dead album. Lovely tune. Makes you happy, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It's a nice song about dead people.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Just wondering, Rick, what your opinions are, what your thoughts are on Britney Spears.
Liked a couple. Bit bored. I think she's panicking a little bit. I think she's a little bit desperate with all this Madonna stuff.
Yeah, all the kind of lesbian
stuff. I don't know. Yeah, she's alright. I've got nothing against the girl.
Well, I think it was in Hot Tickets magazine.
Sure.
It's free with the Evening Standard.
Yeah.
I might get some free Evening Standards now. I've plugged that.
Yeah.
Just reading in there that, I don't know if it's still gonna happen, but apparently she was gonna do a little cheeky appearance at GAY.
GAY?
In London. And, obviously I was quite excited because I'm a Spears fan.
Do you know what that spells, don't you?
GAY?
Yeah.
Gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it is a gay club.
Oh, sure,
This is what I was ascertaining from the article.
Oh, because they've said they've called it what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And apparently she was gonna be previewing some of her new album live on stage at GA1. And that's an intimate venue. Normally you'd have to see someone like Spears, probably at Wembley Arena, something like that. I'm thinking I'm a Spears fan. You know, get up a couple of the gang together.
Yeah.
You know.
So the lads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cruise down there.
Yeah.
But then I read on in the article that apparently the doorman at GAY were only gonna let in regulars. And the way they were going to ascertain if you were a regular was by asking a series of questions at the door.
What, testing if you're really...
Now, I don't know if the questions would be about the interior of GAY.
Or the interior of someone else.
Yeah. Or just general kind of...
Like, what do you reckon you'd have passed the, pretend...
Well, that's what I was wondering.
So you'd have had to pretend to be...
GAY.
GAY to get in to see Spears. Now
Can you say gay on the radio?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But there's irony, isn't it? So you're pretending to be gay to get into a club to see a bird that you like.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little quick test.
Right.
Shall I? Alright. What's your name, mate?
Paolo.
Alright, Paolo.
Yeah.
You haven't done a lot with your hair, you just sort of let it grow out. I mean, would you be putting product on a bit later? Because, I mean, you don't look very, you look sort of quite
masculine, quite...
Yeah, well, sort of like you didn't care, like you have no care about how you look, like you're
normally it would be shaved. Of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We would say normally that looks about, 3 months growth there. Why haven't you...
I've been ill.
Nothing serious?
Nothing serious.
Okay.
No, that's why I let it grow. So it's grown.
Okay. Yeah. So what time would you normally be going out then?
Normally I'd go out about I'd go out about 8-ish.
8 o'clock in the evening you've got?
No.
Because that sounds a bit early, that's what...
No, I'd go out about 3 in the morning, normally.
Right, so I like yeah, okay, right, so that's right, yeah. Where'd you go, down sort of... Old Compton Street for a coffee and then onto GAY
something like
with
that,
your little shaved head.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're doing fine.
Gay.
Sounding pretty good. Can I just ask you one final question?
20 bender points?
20 bender points, so I'm just gonna let you in.
Okay,
I'm just gonna tell the guys to let you in, but I've got one more question.
Yeah.
Do you prefer knobs or tits, Paolo?
Knobs.
Knobs, you love knobs, do you? Okay, can't get enough knobs, so you hate tits, I assume?
Loathe them.
You hate tits, do you?
Yes.
Okay. What, even Liza Minnelli's?
I don't know what to say. I love hers.
But not in a straight way. So okay. So you love knobs more than tits, right? Okay.
Love knobs.
In you go.
Thanks very much.
You know Britney's on, do you?
Oh, she is so sexy.
Oh.
See, that's what would give me away. Like the Great Escape.
It's just the last.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think you're probably a bit bi.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
but I mean, go in anyway.
Thanks very much.
Okay, the drinks are quite expensive.
Oh, I thought so.
Pop your shirt off, will you? Hey, Outcast on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. You alright, Karl?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Just, when you were talking just now about, like the gay stuff.
Yeah.
Right, I don't know if you saw, the thing the other week about the fella who's on that quiz show.
Who?
Sort of...
oh, right, okay.
Gay fella, straight sort of man-woman thing.
What are you talking about? Tell me what did you see? Tell me what you saw.
This
is like a kid come running in, and he's seeing something frightening. Could be an alien, could be a ghost, could be a paedophile, and you've got to get exactly what actually you saw out of him. Right, what did you actually see?
It's just this fella who's a woman.
Right. Right, okay, right, try and talk like a human being. Right.
It's a quiz show that's coming on the telly. And, it's this woman.
Right, is it a fella who's a woman, or is it a woman?
Bit of both, that's why I'm talking about it.
But what do you mean? Is it a pre-op? Is it a transsexual, a transvestite? Is it a ladyboy? Is it an hermaphrodite? What is it?
I'll tell you about it.
Well, tell me!
I'm telling you. It's a woman. Well, it's a man.
Oh,
no,
forget it.
Listen.
Play record.
No, listen.
Come on. What?
It is a man. He is a man. Well.
Oh, Christ's sake!
It's a TV programme where they've got this
transvestite or television?
It is a transvestite, yeah.
So
but the problem is, I'll tell you, just because you don't know about it, the programme is...
I don't know, I still don't know about it. I don't know anything about it, still. I don't know. It's a woman, man, woman, man, woman, TV programme, look, TV.
No, it's a man who is now sort of half a woman. And...
A man who is now half a woman!
No, well, this is what's weird about it. He's got the top half, but not the bottom half.
What do you mean? He's got breasts and a wig? But he's still got his boys downstairs. His caps and the boys are still there in his Y fronts. But upstairs, he's got a lovely pair of dumplings.
Why do that?
Well, he's halfway through.
But why not get it all done in one go?
Maybe he couldn't afford it.
Well, wait until you've got all the money. That just looks a mess. And who's he pleasing there?
Well, he wakes up in the morning and pleases himself. He can't believe his luck. He doesn't know where to start.
No, but what I don't understand, I mean, you know, I don't want to see him...
Well, can I just finish that sentence? What you don't understand, it's just about everything.
Yeah.
Right, what...
I find it weird, right? I sort of get... I understand the gay thing, right? But...
Do you? What do you mean?
Well, you know, I know...
Well, tell me the gay thing. Explain the gay thing.
I just know if you're a fella, you like men. I don't know much more than that.
What do you mean you don't know?
But what I mean is, with a transvestite, what's going on there? What do they want?
A transvestite is a cross-dresser.
See, I don't get that either. Because...
You mean a transsexual?
That's a man who likes to dress in women's clothing. It's not necessarily, they're not necessarily gay.
They're not gay, they're often not gay.
They just happen to like wearing women's
clothes. Those clothes, right, yeah.
But then why not wear women's clothes that could be seen as a bloke's, like Suzanne wears jeans?
No, but but that's
buy
the
women's
thing.
Jeans.
But that's their problem, is it? They like being seen as a woman. They like being seen as a woman. It's not just that it's more comfortable, or they'd wear a kilt. They like being seen as a woman. They feel more comfortable.
Alright, and what's the deal with this fella who's got...
We don't know who this fella is.
No. We don't know this man who's half a woman.
He's called Miriam.
Oh, that's helps.
yeah, brilliant. I love this scientific basis.
No,
so all he's done, he's had the tits done, he's probably had the hormones, probably lived as a woman for a while. The last step, because you can probably reverse the breasts anyway, because they're probably implants and hormonal things, and whereas you chop your knob and boys off, that's, you come back the next day and go, sorry, I didn't mean that, I wanted my ears pierced. It's a bit more of a bigger operation to put them back. So, doctors are probably making sure that he's just up to...
Surely if you've had the top half done, you're not going to go back on what you've said.
But no, what's the top half being done? I could get you breast implants, give you a bit of hormonal treatment.
Now that would be a great idea for next week.
and you could reverse it. What you can't do is grow a knob back.
Well, you can. Last week we were talking about growing one on your arm.
Yeah.
We've done that.
So that is possible. But the thing is, the truth of it is, I think I do know about this story. I think it was a television programme called There's Something About Miriam. The conceit of which was that this pre-op transsexual...
So I guessed that right, yeah.
Was masquerading as a woman.
Right.
And various blokes, who didn't realise that this was a man, had to,
I've heard
try
about
and
this.
seduce her. And when they found out that it was actually a bloke, and a lot of them had kissed, her, they refused to let it be shown.
I agree though. That's just terrible.
Yeah.
That's deceit. But I mean, you know, that's awful. I hated that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what,
I think it was a Sky One programme. Is there anything other than The Simpsons on Sky One that's worth watching? Have you ever tried to watch that? Have you ever seen Kirsty's Home Videos?
Yes. Yeah. But it's things like it's dogs on a slide, babies falling over.
Do you know, it's only recently reduced from an hour in length.
Really?
It used to be an hour long, and it was just, if you haven't seen it, it's just like camcorder footage, like
you know what I like?
People falling over.
I like an old woman at a wedding falling over and showing her balloons. That's my favourite.
But I like it when it's Kirsty's Home Videos uncut. So it's kind of 4 old women, like, naked.
With their tits falling out.
Windsurfing.
Oh, Christ, imagine that. Does it whistle?
Well, I mean, have you ever really sat and watched anything on Sky One?
No. That
wasn't
The Simpsons,
or Star Trek.
I think that's what I watch on. I think that's pretty much what I watch. Wrestling.
They have WWF wrestling, cartoons, and just the worst programs. I mean,
I've seen a bit of the wrestling. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It's like a station that's made by a 14-year-old boy.
Yeah. Well, I think that's probably what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly the demographic. Do you like Sky One, Karl?
I haven't got satellite ever, so...
Why not? I thought you'd have loved that.
No, I would love it.
Discovery Channel's all about
no.
slugs and that, and weird stuff like that.
I know.
Chimps.
I was reading about slugs the other day.
There's a thing on one of the channels called Monkey Business.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah.
Because I was doing that thing, wasn't I, with Richard Bacon.
Yeah.
Where you can watch the telly and that.
You're talking riddles. You're actually talking riddles and forget a play record.
You should be the gatekeeper in some kind of Dungeons and Dragons fellow quiz game.
Right, yeah. Let me enter. Right, yeah, but I was doing that thing with Richard Bacon. What can he mean? What can he mean? He is the wise one.
There's a man who's also a woman.
Yeah, yeah.
The upper half is, but is the bottom.
Yeah, play a record.
Bit of Clash.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Train in Vain. XFM. 104.9.
Johnny Cash. Hurt on XFM 104.9. That's brilliant, isn't it?
Good.
I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. So, what have we done? We've done gays, transvestites. Have we done knobbies yet, or?
It's nice that you can talk about pre-op transsexuals nowadays on the radio.
I know.
You know, without the fear of complaints or listeners.
Listeners, that's the thing. If we had any listeners, we'd get complaints, wouldn't we?
We really would.
We'd get some serious complaints if anyone cared enough.
That's why we haven't gone to a decent station with, you know, a big
audience. Would never do, on a real radio station, we could never do this, could we?
Why not? Why not? See, I'm not doing this to, like, mess about and offend anyone. I think it's an interesting topic.
What? You talking gobbledygook, not really knowing what?
Karl, for the first 5 minutes, you couldn't talk.
What?
Okay, look,
although, with, you know, who's the biggest, most professional person in radio? It's probably Terry Wogan, isn't it? And it was you that said you can't tell what the sentence he's saying because he keeps coming up at the end before.
But he never, there's never any punctuation.
Yeah.
So he'll just segue from one point to the next, so he'll be like, going on my holidays, Friday. We're having a lovely time, says Mrs. Dorothy Sheehan of Westminster. I'm thinking of going to Greece.
And it's halfway. So he's got his knobs, but he's still got the tits. Yeah. Typical. Oh, hello, Paolo. Do you want to come into my club to see?
I'd love to go. Britney Spears. I'm a massive fan.
Yeah, well, it doesn't start for a while. It's it's only about 8 o'clock, and you know you're not going out for hours yet.
No.
8 or 7. But might as well watch a bit of telly. We've got FA Cup final.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one, isn't it? Or we've got, the Eurovision Song Contest. What do you want to watch, Paolo?
Ooh, blimey. Well, I love all the camp and lame of the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah.
Is that David Beckham playing? Because I love him, his hair and his legs.
See what you've done.
You see?
So you will watch the football,
yeah.
but you'll be mainly looking at
the legs and the tight shorts.
So while Beckham's knocking them in, you'll be...
Exactly, knocking one...
Right. Let's,
Did you know, remember, I never really looked, but when you see old clips of, say, early 80s footballers, the shorts are much tighter, aren't they?
I don't know, I don't know.
Really know. I wasn't really looking.
I remember Karl was saying when he went, and there was 2 strippers, a bloke and a woman, and they whipped off their clothes at the same time, and you looked straight at the boys'
Yeah, everybody would. You would have done.
Right.
You do.
You do? You look at his do-do. What do you mean? You look at his do-do?
No, I'm just saying, if you were there, you would have done the same. 2 people on the stage.
Yeah.
Woman and a man.
Yeah.
They were getting the clothes off.
Yeah.
Right? The fella took his pants off the same time as the girl took her knickers off.
Yeah, right.
All I'm saying is it's human nature to have a quick look, have a quick glance, see what's going on. And then I wanted to look at the woman, but she put her knickers back on quick.
She didn't live opposite from you, did she?
But just to return briefly to the shorts question. It's only because in the 30s and 40s, they were huge shorts, weren't they? I mean, genuinely massive, like...
Yeah, huge.
A small child could wear them as trousers, they were...
I think that's to do with comfort and decency, though, isn't it?
And then, but by the sort of 80s, there was barely any shorts there.
I think that was fashion.
But it's weird that you feel like at some point someone's gone, guys, I mean,
they've gone too small.
But this is ludicrous.
But that's what happened, isn't it? Because, you know, things get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then they get smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And fashion's like flares, drain pipes, heels, flat.
Yeah.
Tall hats, flat hats. Yeah?
What do you make of the miniskirt?
Long hair, skinhead. Miniskirt, again, I don't know, I'm sure there's been 10 resurgences of miniskirts since 65, whatever it was. You know, it's fashion, so the short... you know what? Do you know what I think, Steve? I think the shorts will get smaller again before we die. I think we'll see one more tight little packet of Premiership footballers running round with their offal squeezed like the last chicken in a butcher's window.
Almost protruding.
Wrapped up, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if they just wore cling film shorts so you could see what was happening there, Karl. Where would you look then? Because you like football, don't you?
We're doing Rockbusters. Oh,
go on then. Oh.
Right, we brought it back. This is where I give a cryptic clue.
Well.
And some initials.
Yeah.
And you work it out and you win some stuff.
Yeah. I was going to tell you what the prizes are. Needless to say, they're mediocre prizes for a mediocre quiz.
Sure, okay, yeah. Where's DVDs and VHS?
DVDs
Yeah, VHS. Who's still got that?
Right, so there's three of them, and what you can do now, we've tweaked it a bit.
Okay.
You can text in. Right, so you can email or text.
We've tweaked it a bit.
Right.
83XFM is the text, or it's ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Is that what it is? 83XFM?
That's it.
That is good, though, and it's convenient, because who's got their laptop up and running and texting? So just shoot your phone. Brilliant.
Alright.
Mine couldn't do that. I don't know how to do that on my phone. I don't know how to get...
What do you mean? What do you mean?
My brother wanted my postcode. He said text it to me. I couldn't work out how to do WC and 1.
Because you're an old man.
So I had to write out WC1.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I didn't know how to do it. It won't do it for me.
Pathetic.
It's ridiculous. Go on.
Well, it's 83936, if you have that problem. Right?
Right, come on, we get on with the quiz. I don't know, there's too many numbers now.
Three clues, here we go. First one is, this Teletubby has got lice. Right?
This Teletubby has got lice.
This Teletubby has got lice.
Right.
The initial there is P, so it's a band or an artist that starts with P, and the clue is, this Teletubby has got lice. Right?
Yep.
Second one.
I'm really already not holding out much hope for this. Working out. Go on.
Right. Second one. I've just messed that first one up.
Oh, for Christ.
But when I give it out later, I'll sneak it in without, right? Just don't repeat anything I say.
You're an idiot.
Listen,
you really are an idiot.
No,
play a record. Play a record. Play a record. You're a fool. Play a record.
Let me just...
No, you've ruined it. You're an idiot.
It's off. Ludicrous.
Red Vines by Amy Mann. Brilliant, that, isn't it?
Very good.
On XFM 104.9. Well, Karl mucked up Rockbusters, as usual. I mean, you know what, I like it when he mucks up early, because it doesn't waste people's lives for 40 minutes realising he's mucked it up at the end.
Yeah.
So, obviously, people are already... They know what it is. They know what it is already. They've said, well, it's police, isn't it? You meant to say nits instead of lice. Yeah. You're an idiot. So that one's gone. So what have you got next?
Right, so that's just an idea. If you haven't heard it before, that's how my head works. Right, this Teletubby has got nits.
So Po.
P, so Po is a Teletubby.
Yeah. So when he says cryptic, it's not only what the answer is, it's what the question was meant to be.
Sure.
So...
Alright, so there's only 2, so you've got even a better chance of winning than that.
Well...
So, the second one is, I'm saving that money to buy condoms. Alright? Think about it.
Easy. Too easy. Right.
JC.
Yeah,
right,
well that's so everyone's got that one. I feel like saying it now.
Yeah, but
so
don't
well, that's rubbish.
Yeah, but you've got to have an easy one in there, otherwise people get bored, don't
First one was easy, we gave them the answer.
Yeah, but, hang on.
That's the easiest one we've ever had. Police.
And the second one is...
Yeah.
When you're making bread, add a little bit of colour for a change. Alright? When you're making bread, add a little bit of colour, just change things a little bit.
What are the initials?
Right? D.
Just D?
Just D. Right? So, what you've got there. I'm saving that money to buy condoms. The initials JC.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
And when you're making some bread, just chuck some colour in there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Change it a bit.
Yeah, like the clue. The clue changes every time. The clue changes every time. Unlike the Times crossword, the clue changes every time it's said.
83XFM if you want to text it, or it's ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
I'll win some
Rubbish.
stuff on that.
Pointless. David Bowie and Waterloo Sunset. Love that. Love the original.
Yeah.
Love that one. Love the original. On XFM 104.9.
Good work to David Bowie and the Kinks.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Reading the paper there,
Yeah,
Steve?
well, I don't normally read the paper, but I was having a glance through the Daily Express. Does anyone read the Express?
Well, you do at the moment, look.
Well, true.
Live on air.
Yeah.
Read it out, and then about 400 people will know what's in it.
I just read. I was obviously attracted by this little news item: gun raid by 3 Saddams. 3 armed men.
Oh, they're up to their old tricks again, are they?
Yeah. 3 armed men wearing Saddam Hussein masks were on the run last night after robbing a corner shop. The raiders threatened the worker with a handgun and a knife, ordering him to open the till, blah, 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 get the money out. And it says that they also tried to rob an earlier shop earlier in the day. Police said, we are linking the raids because the descriptions of the offenders are very similar.
What did the first one not quite get right?
Yeah.
Well, they looked very similar. I think it was Gaddafi, 3 Gaddafis.
Right, because that's weird, because we've had 3 Saddam Husseins down a shop
so
down the road.
that's what I meant.
Is it the same guys? Because I don't
Well, I assume so. I wouldn't have thought.
I don't want to, you know, get the Gaddafi guys on the Saddam Hussein charge.
I'm almost sure it'd be the same way. I didn't know. One's got a moustache, haven't they? And one like they all got a moustache. I don't know. But I mean, there was 3 blokes with masks. Middle Eastern Imperial. I don't know, but I mean, I imagine it's the same.
Because I've only ever seen really robberies being planned in films.
Sure.
So I don't know how it works. I assume that.
So you say. Yeah.
But I assume at some point someone's got to get together. One of them, the ringleader's got to get together and go, okay, well, we need to wear masks, obviously, to disguise our faces. Yeah. I'm thinking of going with the regular stockings.
No. I'll tell you it would be funny.
Well, I don't want to be funny.
Well, no.
We want to strike fear into the hearts of people robbing.
But I mean, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We get the robbery and we have a laugh with fear. Do you say you want to strike fear? Well, wear a mask of someone who's really scary. Who's the scariest bloke in the world?
Well, I don't know. Saddam Hussein.
I've got 3 of them.
Well, why?
I've got 3 of them. Let's all wear Saddam Hussein one. It'd be a laugh.
Well, it's not. I don't want it to be a laugh. I'm robbing a bank.
Don't hurt if we're having a laugh, and that's what I want to make money and have a laugh.
Why? I'm only in the money. I'm only in it for the money. But it's not important to me.
Well, no, it's
fear. I want to strike fear.
We could also make a political point.
I don't want to make a political point.
No, you just want the money.
I'm a thug. I'm not.
We could have a laugh and we can make a political point.
Why not? What political point?
Maybe we're sort of stealing from the rich.
We're not like Robin Hood.
Well, never mind Robin Hood. Let's rob Barclays.
Why are you making jokes?
Well, I mean, don't worry. I'm gonna do my stuff.
You're a comedian. I'm not sure you should be in this gang.
Let's wear the masks. How did it happen? Did they go and buy them? It's separately, look, spread out. You go to the joke shop in Covent Garden, I'll go to the one in Southampton Row. Yeah. Brilliant.
See, because it's so often the case that they're using masks. It used to be Reagan, Thatcher, they were always if I was the guy selling those, like, when 3 guys came in, 3 shifty-looking blokes to buy 3 identical masks.
Yeah, in stockings. Just so they don't know who we are.
Sorry, can I just check, you're not gonna rob
Definitely not.
with these masks.
But just think of the police looking at those robbers. Every time they go past one of those awful sort of gift shops, they think that, oh no, it's just in the window there with Michael Jackson and Shirley Bassey.
Yeah, George Bush.
Oh, Paolo, can I ask you something? I know you love knobs and that, and you hate tits.
Yeah.
What about Shirley Bassey's tits?
Well, I mean, I'm a fan of them because I'm a fan of Shirley, but I don't like them. They're not sexy.
Yeah, you're pretty bent. You are pretty bent. Come in.
Thanks very much.
Brittany's on in 7 hours.
Excellent.
Yeah, what are you doing out at this time?
No, I just came out to get some milk.
Get some cock in the toilet. Karl.
Plenty of answers, Karl, so far for your I say quiz, I'm not sure that's really valid.
Yeah, loads coming in. We're giving away some more stuff later as well, with that film thing, that's coming up.
That's when you put yourself into a famous film and you act out.
Is that it?
You've done The Graduate, haven't you?
Done The Graduate, done Silence of the Lambs, done, Billy Elliot.
I liked it, where you, what was your one, Sixth Sense. I see weird stuff.
Yeah, the Sixth Sense was good. So, that's coming up later.
We're doing that later.
We'll look forward to that.
We're
all pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we've got some great music as well, still lined up. Thorns, yeah.
Thorns. Oh, I'm obsessed with this now. This is, the Thorns. And, I can't remember. On XFM 104.9. Brilliant. Strokes. 12:51 on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, and Karl Pilkington. Not done a lot. Maybe you should earn your money as you get to Mondays off for this 2 hours of nonsense.
What are you on about? Done loads of stuff.
What?
Slag Suzanne off.
Yeah, brilliant.
First link.
Yeah.
Talks about trannies.
Yeah.
Right. Same old, same old.
Yeah.
Let's have something new, something fresh.
Well, I've been looking around, right, on the internet for stuff.
Yeah.
On the internet?
Yeah.
Your Bible, where you get all your information about the world and the universe and morality from.
And you know, like, how I always say to you, I don't really read that much of it, I just read the headline.
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah.
Anna Nova have sort of nicked that idea to grab you.
Nicked what idea?
Well, to sort of get to the meat straight away at the top. Do you know what I mean? The headline to the story and everything.
What?
Right, these are stories.
But the headlines already existed, that was why you thought that was a good idea?
Not like this, though.
Alright.
Headline. Oh, these are all headlines, right? Vibrating shoes could stop elderly falling. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, God.
You don't
Vibrating shoes could stop elderly falling.
Yeah, that's the story. You don't need to read on. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
right?
could you read on anyway?
Can't be bothered.
Read on anyway.
Well, you have a look at that in a bit, right?
This is frustrating radio if you're sitting at home.
No,
well, it's not on. They've turned it off.
If you want to know more, you know where to go. That's what I'm saying. That's what they should do in the news. Get the news done in a minute.
There's a good story about Iraq.
Right.
Bong.
Right.
Look it up. Look it up on the internet. Anna Nova.
Give us another bong.
Bong.
Family sick of living on Butthole Road.
Oh, brilliant. Bong.
Man wears same shoes for 60 years.
Oh, bong.
This isn't that good. Some fella pulls a train with his teeth.
Yeah. And in lighter news.
I love that. Triple Donald, this one is very good.
And the last one, man fails to break clothes pegs on face record. She's always good. Well, that's the one I did read on about.
I love that out of all those. That's the one he read on about. Go on then.
Just
Why is that news? He fails to make a record. So did I today.
I know, yeah.
I failed the long jump record today.
Yeah. Didn't even take part.
No, I was rubbish.
But what are the rules on world records and that?
I don't know if there are rules. There are certain things you can't. I mean, it's the Guinness Book of Records, isn't it, really, that's the arbiter, isn't it?
Yeah, but is there anything, if you said you wanted to do it, would they say, well, you can't do that?
Yeah, they've stopped some gluttony records, obviously things that are in danger, anything that's illegal, yeah, anything that's immoral.
Yeah, like that American serial killer that just got discovered.
Yeah.
Having killed 47 women. I don't think he can make that into the Guinness Book of Records.
No, because people will be trying to beat it, won't they?
But there was some other story about a fella eating watches and that. That can't be good for you. So why don't they say, look, don't do that, do something else?
He wanted to stay regular.
Do you know what I mean? Though? I just wondered.
What do you mean he was eating watches?
He just said he was eating watches. He got about 3 in about a minute.
How did he time it?
Do you know what I mean, though? And then the other thing is the one that I was reading, the world record with the fellow who's pulling a train with his teeth. Does that make any difference that he's done it with his teeth?
What do you mean?
Well, what difference does it make?
Well, isn't it? It's quite hard to pull a train with your teeth, I imagine.
Well, it's pretty hard to pull a train. All I'm saying is it because he couldn't beat the fella who's pulling it with his hands?
Well, this is my point. I think there was one bloke with a record for the running backwards 100 metres was sort of like 11.5 seconds. And I was thinking, turn around, you'd probably have a really good go at that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sort of like doing a marathon with a milk bottle on your head. Take the milk bottle off and see how fast you can go, you twat.
But you can just tweak it, like the fella who has done the pegs on the face, right?
Yeah.
His name's Gary Stretch Turner, right?
Right.
So, he's sort of cheating already if he's got a stretchy head, right? but
you are, right, you are one of the most stupid humans I have ever met.
Well, get me in the book. Yeah? Right? Well, listen. So Gary Stretch Turner, right? His record is 153 pegs.
Yeah.
He did it again, and he only got 150 on. So he hasn't broke his own record.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if he tweaked it a bit more, would that make a new record?
What?
Well, if he said, I've got 150 pegs on, but at the same time he's eating a burger.
I see what you mean, yeah. He'd be the, world
record
record breaker for pegs and eating burgers at the same time.
Yeah, just change it a bit. If you know you're not going to make it, just do something else.
I'm assuming the rules are set at the beginning, Carl. That's it. That's where they say, right, you're just going to do the pegs thing. You're not going to introduce burgers halfway through, are you? Definitely not. And then they have a go.
I was on one leg, not interested. How many pegs? 150.
Can I just ask very briefly, I was quite interested by the family had to move, because they lived on Butthole Road.
Yeah, I quite like that one.
Now, I don't know if I've told you before, Rick, where I used to live. I'm not going to tell you the name of the street that I used to live on, because not on air, because my parents still live there, and I don't want, you know. But I'm going to write it for you now. This is the name, the genuine name of the street I used to live on. Just imagine when you're at school.
Yeah.
And like in class, for instance, in French, you've got to say you've got to answer where you live.
Yeah.
J'habite, wherever.
Yeah.
That's the name. This is actually the name of the street we lived on.
No, it's not.
I swear to God.
That is...
I could phone my father now and he could confirm that for you.
No,
I swear
because he doesn't want
to God. And I tell you that...
But listen, do you know what worries me? It's the apostrophe S.
I know.
Because that's blatant.
Yes. Amazing, isn't it?
That is incredible.
But imagine how embarrassing
that was. So if I look that up in the Bristol...
You will find that in the Bristol A to Z. I swear to God.
That is really... Why have you never told me that before?
I can't believe I haven't.
That's
I'm still embarrassed now. Do you know, whenever I have to phone up, if I have to give that address, I always spell it instantly.
Really?
Like, somehow that'll hide it, that'll disguise the name. But it's interesting, my friend Rufus, his parents lived in a place called Fockingham. Right? This is amazing when he was growing up. They lived in Fockingham.
Yeah.
They moved to a village called Fingering-Hoe.
No!
I swear to God.
Really?
Amazing.
Oh, God.
Perhaps you come from an amusing town or street.
Hello, mate. Fingering-Hoe or Fockingham? Well, that's my business.
Exactly.
Well, this family who's sick of living on, Butthole Road, right, said the thing that pushed them over the edge was the sign was outside their house, and tourists were always coming, sort of having the picture taken with the pants down, next to the sign.
Sure.
Oh, no.
That's the thing that...
What's it called? Butthole Road?
Butthole Road, yeah.
Well, that's bad luck, isn't it?
That is bad luck, isn't it? Who named it that, though?
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's not as if they've named it that after they've moved there. They bought the house knowing, oh, there's a lovely house here, so where you live, what road it's on. Well, they're not going to go, well, it doesn't matter, look at the house.
Yeah.
Well, where am I going? Where am I seeing this
Well,
house?
I'll take you there, I'll take you there. I'll take you there. Well, so, you don't need to look, just don't look at that sign, just come into the house. Lovely house, isn't it? It is nice, yeah.
Well, my family wants to come later, so have a look at
just tell them I'll meet them by the bus stop and I'll drive them here. You don't need to, you don't even know where you're going. You'll just sort of know, won't you? You'll know from then on. How will we get letters? Have them delivered to me if you want. I'll bring them, I'll bring them round. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's incredible. But I can't get over that, where Steve used to live.
That's extraordinary, isn't it? Anyway, if you perhaps live in Tits Avenue,
yeah,
you know, or,
Wanklin Drive.
Wanklin Drive, just get in touch. Let us know. We're not really interested. But it might fill up 5 minutes. Let's play a record. Let's come back with another of Karl's amazing quizzes.
I'm going to Spunkton later.
If I Was Your Girlfriend by Prince on XFM 104.9.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
Big time. We've had quite a few, calls. Greg used to live in a place in South Africa called Arsagay.
Arsagay?
Arsagay,
Nothing wrong with that.
Paul's, friend's parents live in Fart Town, just outside Leeds.
Fart Town.
Which is nice, isn't it? That's just ridiculous. And, Dean, used to live in Butts Farm. Hamworth.
Butts Farm?
Yeah. That's, obviously, I assume they're free range butts. Sure. And not sort of battery farm butts.
That would be horrible.
But, yeah.
I think that.
That'd be great to just name a town, wouldn't it?
I think if I was thinking if I was like a multi-billionaire, a Bill Gates type figure, I'd like to buy somewhere, like, say, Manchester, and just rename it.
Whinging on the Wold.
Whinging on the Wold, yeah.
Yeah.
And
make them work Mondays.
Exactly. They'd be obliged to that would have to be what it's called.
Yeah.
That's the rules. It'd be like mayor.
Yeah. That'd be great as mayor, wouldn't you? You want to be mayor of Chinatown, don't you?
I'd like to be mayor of Chinatown. It seems to me that there's not a great deal to do.
No.
Because it's not really a town.
No, exactly. But it's
just a novelty
who can we talk
street.
to about that? Who can go and say, look, that you've got to stop calling this a town? Because at best it's a novelty street with some slippy pavements near restaurants.
I actually got stopped the other day by 2 tourists who said, do you know the way to Chinatown? And I really wanted to say to him, it's a disappointment.
It's not a town.
Seriously, it's not worth it. Pop in a record shop. Do something else.
Yeah.
Pop in Garfunkel's. Have some delicious sausage and mash. But you'll get to Chinatown and you'll go, this is not a town.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, have you got a town hall? Got a betting shop?
Yeah.
Not really a town.
I don't think you can build a town entirely out of restaurants. That's not enough. You need more stuff.
Oh dear. A lot of old people I've noticed there, Karl. Aren't there?
Let's leave that, eh?
What?
We'll leave it. Leave
What?
the old...
Leave what?
To Scott John, who's just emailed in, he said my secondary school was on a street simply called Bell End.
That's Bell End, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
There's a road in Cricklewood somewhere called Clitterhouse Drive.
Clitterhouse.
Yeah, I don't think you can really get that. You can't get them on that, that's fine.
No, that's fine.
No, that guy's just having a laugh, just taking the mick, get a lot of that sort of thing. There's a place in America, apparently. Ben's emailed this in. There's a place in America called, My Anus.
My Anus?
Yeah.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Anus, yes, I have heard of that. That's unlucky.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Where do you live, my anus?
I've got a letter for you. Where shall I send it? Alright, don't get cheeky.
Anyway, just rather than reading out the A to Z, right? Are we doing Rockbusters answers?
Oh! Yeah. Come on then.
Right, listen, this has got Chris Moyles, The Breakfast Show, on Radio 1. This sort of stuff.
Well, listen,
Go on.
Have we got a winner, Steve?
We have, I'll check that in a minute.
Alright, you find a good winner.
Yeah.
The Rockbusters clues. The first one was, this Teletubby has got mitts.
Well, we know
We've done that. That was Pole Ice.
Yeah,
right?
Rubbish. You ruined it.
Right, the second one, I'm saving that money to buy condoms.
Too easy, Johnny Cash.
That was Johnny Cash.
Rubbish.
And the third one was, when you're making bread, add a bit of colour for a change and sort of, you know, change the colour of it.
Right.
Right? That was Dido. They got that. Give us a winner.
Well, this is, the reason I've given this person the prizes is just because she's from Switzerland.
Sure.
She's listening in Geneva in Switzerland, so, I mean, good luck to Tina. And she wins those prizes.
Who did she want to win the war?
Don't know, I don't think she had an opinion.
Really? You sure?
Yeah.
They say that, but I reckon they wanted us to win, really.
You think so?
I reckon so.
Do you think that was true of all the wars? They were always on our side, really.
I'd get her to just, if she's still home, who did most Swiss people, maybe sort of like over 50, want to win the war? England or Germany?
War or the original war?
The Second World War.
The best war.
Yeah, the main one.
Yeah.
So just as a poll, in her opinion, so ask people over sort of like 50 or 60, right? Just quickly do it in the next 10 minutes. Who did they really, they're neutral, but who did they really want to win?
Yeah.
England,
yeah, we know you were neutral, but
yeah,
it's
but who do you want? England or
later.
Germany? We come up with great games, don't we? Eh? Bad Day, on REM, on XFM, 104.9. It's Karl's Quiz. It's a classic film. He's done some jiggery pokery. He's in the film. It's his favourite film of all time. I thought The Elephant Man was your favourite film of all time.
It's up there, but this is like, this film's got everything. It's got hilarious bits in it. It's got sad bits in it.
I've got the headphones on because I've got to hear it, and I don't usually wear headphones. But I just realised how noisy I am. Does that go out when I'm sort of does it really?
Yes.
So when I'm sort of like tapping and writing and that, because it's really clear.
Everyone can hear that.
Really?
Yeah. The thing about that microphone, Rick, is it doesn't just pick up your voice. It picks up all the sounds.
Oh, that must be...
Like you scratching now. It's you itching. I don't know what it is you've got there, some kind of rash.
Well, look, it's eczema, I think. Look, what's that? Oh,
eczema, yeah.
Oh, God, and what's that one then?
That's just one of your enormous fat tits.
What's that? But yeah, that must be irritating to listen to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
If your voice weren't bad enough...
and moving the mic.
Moving the mic then, that makes a noise.
Leaving
eating sandwiches, drinking coffee.
Yeah. Right, come on then, Karl.
Right, so the film is Kes. You got to listen to it properly. At the end, there'll be a question about what's happened in there, so you got to listen, take it all
I
in.
love the fact that in pole position, in positions 1 and 2 of his favourite films of all time, it's The Elephant Man and Kes.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Go on.
Alright. Am I leaving the mics open a bit when this is going out?
Yeah,
or what?
let's have a listen.
Yeah? Alright. So don't talk then, right?
Just put that hot dog down, Rick.
And this is the bit in Kes where it's the teacher and he gets up and he has to
Glover. What's his name? Is it Brian Glover?
No,
No.
it's the other teacher.
The other one.
Anyway.
Right. Go on.
Alright, so here we go.
Things that had actually happened. I'll
Oh,
have
yeah.
another one. What about you, Casper? Casper!
Alright.
Alright?
Alright.
You haven't been listening to a word I've said, have you?
Yeah, I heard some of it. Yeah, you...
Some of it?
Just...
Stand up. Always somebody, isn't there? Right, now you're going to tell us a story about yourself.
What sort of story?
I want you to think of an incident that happened to you sometime in the past that is true and that you think will interest the rest of the class. All right?
Right. What about, I work on a radio show at the weekend.
Well, are you going to tell us about it?
I'll just do, it's 2 hours, and it's with Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant, and, just sort of play music and, you know, tell stories and stuff.
What kind of stories?
Well, whatever. Like last week it was science. We were talking about, this lad who was growing, a knob on his arm, so it's weird. It's tricky, sir, because, like, with Ricky, he gets bored quick and he won't listen to the stories, and he'll start squeezing my head.
All right, I'm not interested in what he does.
That isn't normal, is it, sir, that? I mean, it sure is a bit gay.
Is he?
Just messes about, though, do you know what I mean? I try and, like, come up with good stuff, like monkey news and, like, quizzes and stuff, but then he'll just, you know, Ricky will just mess about. I mean, on Saturday he did it again, he squoze me head.
How do you spell that?
Squoze. S-Q...
I was going to show us before. This is a new word to me.
Squoze is S-Q-U-O-Z-E.
Aye, now tell us what it is.
It's when he gets me head and he puts one hand on the back of it, right? And he puts the other hand on the front of it and he just sort of swivels it.
Swivel, right down the back.
Oh, swivel's not it's spelled S-W-I-D.
How many times a day?
How many times a day does he swells it? It depends what time he gets in. If he gets in about 12:30, he could get a good 3 in. But I think, you know, I don't really want to talk about.
Good enough, don't you? Well done, Billy. Big hand of applause.
The effort.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the best thing you've ever done, Karl.
So that's Kez, right?
Yeah.
Got some good prizes there.
Not bad, yeah, good stuff.
Question is, how many times did I say Ricky can get, how many head squeezes can he get in before the start of the show? Right? So if you were listening properly, the answer's in there, right? And got some good stuff there.
Some DVDs in there, and some CDs, including some Jimi Hendrix stuff and other odds and ends. Good stuff.
Brilliant.
Right, and just text in 83 XFM. Alright? Alright.
Eddie and the Hot Rods. Do anything you want to do on XFM 104.9. Alright? Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Well, we've had loads of entries for the how many times did I squoze his head. Well, the answer was 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And who's the winner, Steve?
Let's give it to John. He's emailed in, he's got it right. He said he squozed your head 3 times on average.
It's not squozed, is it, Karl? That's incorrect. It's squoze, isn't it?
It depends how you say it.
Go on.
Squoze.
Well, it doesn't really, because it's nonsense anyway. It's not a real word, but...
You squoze my head.
Yeah.
I will squeeze your head. Do you know what I mean? Depends what line you're getting it in.
Sure.
Tense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Any monkey news? Any educating Ricky? Anything else? I don't feel that you've earned Monday off yet, because it's just 2 hours and you only did about 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, but that took a bit of time to make.
Yeah, that's your own fault.
Yeah, but I bet you didn't do it Monday. I bet you did it on another day.
I had to come in Monday, didn't I?
Yeah, but I bet you'll do that on another day, so you're taking the piss even more, so you're doing it when you should be doing other stuff. You've still got Monday off and you've got 2 hours here. So, you're laughing either way. So don't give me that. So, do you know what I mean? What else you got?
Monkey news.
Yeah.
Well, let's do monkey news.
You want to do it now?
Yeah.
Oh, we may as well have some monkey news.
Let's have some monkey
Do
news.
some monkey news. You made enough noise there, Rick? You wanna...
Sorry, but sometimes I like to move around, lounge and that, and at the mic.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's have the jingle. We've not heard it for a while.
Oh! Chimpanzee that! Monkey news, you
Right. I haven't read this through properly, so
I'm
just
assumed that. Right. What do you mean you haven't read it through properly?
Basically, right, it's about problems with chat rooms and that, right? A lot of people, it's like the new way of meeting people and that, innit now, chat rooms. You get on there, you can have a chat.
If you say someone was having a meeting with someone, they wanted to meet... Right, okay.
Please don't preempt it.
Right, there is not an animal in the world that can operate and understand...
Do you want to know the story? You said that
did they get married? It was 3 months later, she realised, oh, there's a lot of bananas gone from my fridge.
See, what
I want a divorce.
This is what annoys
Bobo.
me. You say that monkeys can do Shakespeare if they're given the time.
No! That's not it!
Let's not get into the whole Shakespeare and monkeys.
It's a philosophical conundrum.
Please, let's not get into that debate again.
It's about
yeah.
Right,
so this one then.
Oh.
So this chat room, right? And the thing is, with chat rooms, you have like a big boss who's looking over it and making sure nothing dodgy is going on.
Right.
Right, so certain keywords come up and
Who's that, Dr. Zayas?
Right? So anyway, they were looking over it, trying to look for dodgy stuff, but they kept coming over, like, really strange things, like, instead of saying, do you want to meet in a restaurant or bar, right, it'd be like...
Do you want to meet in a tree?
What tree do you want to meet in?
Right, okay.
Are you shooting off?
That's the end, yeah.
I'll see you later, mate. I'm just gonna listen to the end of it anyway.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot if you believe that shit, honestly.
No, I'm just telling you what's online.
Let's hear the rest of it.
You're ill. Okay, well, I don't know the PC term for this, so I really apologise. You're nearly retarded in some aspects.
Instead of sort of saying, wear something sexy, they'd say, make sure you bring plenty of bananas.
Right, you're talking absolute... Okay.
Are you making up the monkey news now, because you can't find it anymore?
And instead of saying, should we get married, they're saying, how swollen and red is your arse? You stupid fool.
No, that was me.
Mark Ronson and Ooh-wee on XFM. Well, what a great show. We've had...
Informative.
It's been fun. Yeah, we've learnt some, haven't we?
Yeah.
What have we learnt?
All sorts of stuff.
Well, we've learnt that Karl is an idiot.
Yes.
That he believes that monkeys can get on
That's
chat
more of a
sites.
confirmation of...
It really, yeah. We always suspected it, but that's
I just read a little email, from someone who just said that in Northern Ireland there is a town called Muff.
Is there?
Yeah. It's worth knowing.
Yeah. What else do we learn? Monkey news, no one's got anything like monkey news on radio, have they?
Think of that as a boast.
Yeah.
No one has got anything like this gout.
Yeah. You call that a boil? Look at that, and look where it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
We've not heard sadly back from that woman, from Switzerland.
Haven't we?
I know you threw out a question.
Yeah, I just thought I wanted to find out whether the Swiss really, well, I say they're neutral, but I would assume they'd be rooting for us and keeping quiet.
You'd hope so.
Whenever Germans went through, I went, oh yeah, well, yeah, whoever wins, yeah, but they're going, oh. Whereas with us, they go, alright lads, do you want some chocolate?
Yeah.
Here's a cookie cock, no, don't let it go off, I'm hiding.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Sure.
But, they better want us to win, because it wasn't for us, and we'd have let fascism go in there and, they'd be speaking bloody German and Italian all over the place, wouldn't they?
I think they do. I think they do.
What?
They do speak German and Italian.
Why? Why?
I don't know, they just couldn't be bothered to come up with their own language, and they chose that one, I suppose. Or they chose those.
What's the point of being foreign if you don't speak English?
I've no idea. You'd have to ask them.
That's mental.
I don't know.
What would I do if I went there?
You wouldn't. Why would you go?
They don't speak the language.
If you're gonna have to choose a language to speak, choose
English. Even the Dutch, they got their own language, but they don't speak it because it sounds silly.
Yeah.
So they speak English.
Of course they do.
You see, Dutch people, so in Amsterdam, with clogs on, they'll be chatting in English.
In English, I'm proud of it.
Yeah. Oh God, I was there once and there was a mouse.
Right.
Just there on the stair. It was a little mouse with clogs on.
Yeah. Where?
On there. on the stair, yeah. Oh. Yeah, so, yeah, that's languages. We learned about languages, didn't we? I'm not a linguist, but I pretty much think that's what happens.
I'll tell you something I learned in the week.
Go on.
Yeah. This will be one thing. He definitely learned only one thing this week.
It's a good one, though.
Don't insult Suzanne's hair.
I learned two things.
Go on.
This week.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't put your trousers on over your head. Because I know you were persevering with that for a while.
Mercury may look nice, but bad for you. Go on.
There are more moves on a chessboard
than particles in the universe.
That puts you off learning it, doesn't it?
Well, no, it's a possibility.
No, they said it is. It is. It said that's...
Yes, that's right. It's a possibility, because it's basically that it tends towards infinity, because no two games are the same. So it's not that you've got to learn that many moves.
It's not that good.
I don't wish to criticise Rick, because I know you were trying to inform him then. It's a good job you're not a teacher, because as you gabbled the phrase, it tends towards infinity, it kind of came out as, okay, yeah. Imagine if you're one of those kind of foreign students who's gone here to study, and they, sometimes they put the papers,